Hey friends, the April 2014 month has a lot of videos. It's going to take a bit to get through, but I'm going to listen to them and have final thoughts at the end. So here we go. April 2014 is 1 year and 6 months into Nick and Gypsy's online relationship, and 1 year and 2 months before the date of the death of Danny Blanchard at their hands.
Yes, sweetheart. I did mention I was going to possibly make 2 or 3 videos. I wasn't able to make one on Saturday because I got way too busy with my brother. But, anyway, it's 11:50 right now. I'm just waking up uh, from being awake late enough. Yeah, I'm eating freaking breakfast right now. I don't know my phone. I'm trying to put them bother me. Which I see as a part of my future. Anyway, I tried to explain. I might make my third video I was talking about, I might make that maybe later tonight in the evening. But, one thing I realized, and it bothers me, and I totally predicted that it would keep on happening when it comes to you, and it scares me, the fact that it does keep on happening. One of the times you're going to push me way too hard, and you keep yapping about something that actually you want me to do, next thing you know, it actually happens. Sweetheart, I tell you the difference between a pure selfless person and a difference between a pure selfless person versus a pure selfless person but committed. A pure selfless person wants the best for someone, so much so to where even if it doesn't involve them. A pure selfless person that's committed, on the other hand, the only time they're willing to give up that person pretty much. I'm trying to think of how to explain this for the committed one, because it's a little more complicated. I'm about to keep eating while I think. Yeah, dear, I'm trying to get all my vitamins and nutrients in me. Being total. Yeah. Freaking store right next to me, down the street. They're at least half the price for a box of this compared to other stores. You're paying almost $4 at other stores, but this one I only paid $1.79 since it was on sale. Not to mention I'm getting all I need in my system, so it's a win-win for me. But back to the task at hand. Pure selfless person but is committed is someone who is willing to sacrifice themselves if it means to keep that person either safe or alive, but won't necessarily sacrifice themselves, take themselves out of the picture if they realize the person they're with doesn't want to lose them. And by you saying the whole bull crap about getting another woman and all the rest of that bullshit, by you saying this stuff, sweetheart, you're not being the pure selfless person that I was looking for. You're being the pure selfless person that is just that way, but not the committed one. You're showing not the commitment that I would want. So I'd explain what the difference between them are. After I thought about how I could explain the second one, which is more complicated. Like I said, the person is willing to sacrifice themselves to keep that person safe, or sacrifice themselves to keep them alive, either or. Yes, I might as well add a little bit to it. Yes, they are willing to do whatever it takes to make them smile, even if it's something they don't want to do. They're still willing to do it. It goes further than rape. You mentioned rape before. Yeah, that is selfless, honey, if you say what you said before about that. But it goes even further than that. I mean, a true, pure, selfless person that is committed is so deep that way in the committed form of it that they're willing even to live a life with that person that they're with that originally they wouldn't want to live. That's how deep it goes. That's when you know it's pure selflessness. Just seeing a smile on their face, or hearing them laugh, or if it's tears, it's only good ones, tears of joy, or seeing them blush, or seeing them excited. Just a good number of emotions that they express to you. They'll do whatever it takes, do anything really, to make those emotions be expressed by the person that they're committed to, while staying that pure selflessness that they are. So yes, the reason why I can explain it so well, because you remember, honey, I have that trait naturally. Naturally, it's really weird. I can be selfless, but yet I can be stubborn. We both have that in common. The only difference is I naturally, when I was born, had it pretty much to where I almost understood the pure nature of it almost right away. That's the reason I'm naturally that way. You had to first bring it out and then let it grow. That's the difference between it being natural and it being in you, but not necessarily truly natural. Truly natural is when you first start from birth on. And I pretty much, some of the stuff I used to say when I was younger will blow my mom's mind away. Some of the selfless things I used to say. But, that's savage already. But yeah, dear. The thing I don't like that I see you keep doing in circles is adultfulness. I remember, what was it? It was the 5th time in a row. It was like, baby, I'm done being doubtful. I'm done being doubtful. Don't worry, you'll never have to hear from me again. And then, freaking Friday, where are we? 6th time you do it. Yeah, I've been counting them, honey. It's the 6th time of that. Now you see how much of a problem it's becoming for you to keep doing that. And I am only telling you the truth. I don't mean to want to hurt your feelings or anything. That's the thing. As they say, the truth can be hurtful. And that's the reason why I said what I said in the first video, because it's true. If you keep pushing me away, you're going to make it happen. Even though I know that you probably try to push me away to make me want to pull you closer. But the thing is, you make it seem like you're not interested in being with me. No wonder the reaction I give you is what I give you. It's obvious. It's obvious that you're making it seem that way. You're making it seem like, oh, I don't want to be with him. That's the reason why the doubtfulness doesn't fit in our relationship. It just doesn't fit. Because we're used to blissful feelings all the time. That's how I know it doesn't fit in our relationship. And besides, didn't I just mention about all those things a pure selfless person that's committed would make sure they see? All those different feelings I mentioned? And obviously, it's not just that person's happiness is above theirs. It's their own content. Yes, them being content is above their own too. For their content, they're making sure their significant other is. Which is the deepest, blissful form of happiness there could be. I'm trying to multitask here, honey. Usually I would not talk with food in my mouth because I know it's bad manners. But like I said, I'm trying to multitask. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. Otherwise, when you see me in person, I'm not going to be doing it. Even though I show day to day that I'm able to multitask. It's a natural ability of mine. And it's not supposed to be natural for tortoises, if you didn't know that. One that's like a sister to me, Allie, she has trouble doing it. She has trouble multitasking. I can stay on topic with somebody while I'm doing 2 or 3 other things just fine. And I won't forget to answer that person. It's, like I said, I have a lot of traits about myself that are natural, that make me a rare gem. Probably the most beautiful, masculine freaking gem possible. I don't know how else to explain it. But when I see you, I obviously see the most gorgeous freaking femininity gem possible, is what I see when I think of you, honey. And that's the reason why you hurt me when you did say what you said about the whole wife thing. Getting another one, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm going to tell you a secret that I had in the past. This was even before I even met you. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to ever really find true love before I even met you. That's the reason why I'd say a secret from everybody. Even my spiritual brother doesn't even know about it. Oh wait, does he? Wait. Yeah, he does know. I showed him one time and that was it. I was actually going to go to a site that has trained the BDMS type of slaves that you can pretty much buy. Pretty much. You can buy. And I was going to have one of them as my own soulmate. Because I was so hopeless that I was never going to find my real one. That I got that way. I couldn't wait anymore, so I was ready to make that big move. But you came in my life. Obviously, the Lord above us made sure you got in my life before I got to that point. Because obviously you didn't want me to see me do it. I'll tell you the name of the site maybe when I'm in person. Because I want to see your physical reaction when I mention it. But I did release most of the secret out. But since you're here, I have no reason to do it. And if you wanted my opinion of what I would do if you kept pushing me, you want my opinion? You keep pushing me to find another quote-unquote wife, I'm going to go to that site and I'm actually going to do it. Because, like I said, doubtfulness, there's no room for it in my relationship with you. There's no room for it. It's time you stop doing that permanently. One of the times you're going to push me away too freaking hard and you're going to be sobbing because of it. You're not going to be crying, you're not going to be shedding tears, you're going to be sobbing. You're going to be the worst form of crying. and you won't feel anything inside you, but how heartbroken you feel. You gotta understand, honey. I've already told you, my soul is not from around here. My soul might be somewhat binded to you enough in the spell, but there's something special about my soul. Since I'm minus human blood, spells and crap like that the soul involved, spells that's soul involved. My soul is unique. You know why, honey? I can break away from spells that are soul involved. If someone casted my soul into some horrible freaking plane or something, I'd be able to break through the spell. Next thing I know, I'll be back in reality. My soul is special. Most human souls around here can't do that. Only mine and my spiritual brother, his name Ricky. His is a minus soul too, but his is more complicated than just minus. He has multiple different things about him. Yeah, he's a complicated one. Complicated soul. But that's part of his blood heart. And him being my biggest spiritual brother. The oldest brother out of all my spiritual brothers. And sisters that I had from my very first lifetime. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm only telling you the truth. I'm trying to make sure you realize something. My soul, not only is it unique, it does adore you. If it didn't adore you, I would not have put up as much as I have. Think about that there. I would not have put up as much as I have. Since I have put up as much as I have, I obviously adore you. And I said I worship you. It's true, I do worship you. I wouldn't have let you hurt me nearly as many times as you have. I'd have maybe given you 3 chances at the most. You're up to maybe the 8th or 9th, maybe even 10th. You're hurting me a lot of times, and yet I'm still being faithful to you, honey. It's because I do adore you, I do worship you. Those aren't just words. It's the reason why I show unconditional love. But as soon as you pass that boundary of adoring somebody, as soon as you get to where you adore them, the only step that's really left is worshiping, pretty much. And I already hit worship, so you wouldn't have to worry about me leaving unless you keep pushing me away. That's the only way. So I hope I got that through your beautiful brain, honey. Don't push me away. You'll be fine. Push me away meaning in an unfair way. Push me away that way. You can push me away so you're not trying to make it seem like you don't want to be around me. Push me away where you want me to pull closer, which means you wouldn't bring any other soul up. Yeah, what do you need another word? Some bullshit like that. That's bringing another soul up. Even if it was metaphorically speaking. Alright, honey, it's almost 20 minutes. I made sure this one was long by as much as I had to explain. Obviously, I'm going to get done eating, and then in the evening, I'll make you the 3rd one. I know I had told you I was going to make a video with a song. I might have to put the song on the laptop for you to hear the song, like last time. I'm going to see how it sounds between when it comes to, if I actually play the song on the laptop and try to record it on the webcam, I'm going to see how it sounds. If it's possible or not. If it isn't, we'll know. because you'll hear the song as an MP3 form instead. But either way, you get to see me sing that one song I pretty much told you I was excited to sing. A song called Distant Melody. That probably cheers your spirit up. I'm just waiting until the right day to do it though. Obviously, I'm doing this video, the one before this one, and the next one. And then, after I see how you react to all three of these videos, I'm probably gonna maybe jump to that one and actually get a chance to do it. Alright, honey, now it's 20 minutes. I'm gonna say this and then, remember, honey, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm only being truthful. See, the thing is, I'm being the purest form of truthfulness as possible. I'm telling you even stuff that might make you have fears, but at least you know the truth. Wait, I already explained to you why I stay. Alright, dear, time to do it now. I love and adore you, sweetheart. And good night, my blessing queen. And let this be just you learning something I wish you would have known a long time ago, as a learning experience of what you should have realized a long time ago. There. I'm gonna give me a kiss, and then that's it for this video. You see that I did mention the third video. Well, it's quite late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Freaking during the evening, I did take a nap. It was like from like 5 to 9, I believe. And then I just remembered now, 1 o'clock in the morning, to do it. But it's still dark outside, so technically it's, you know, the whole situation that usually in the evening it's supposed to seem like it's dark outside. Well, it's still dark outside, so technically, you know, it's in the morning, I could still consider it that way, I suppose. But, obviously I gave you, gosh, that's how I say it, checking this right. Which I believe means shit, I believe. But I could be wrong. What to say. Well, what I said in the second video, obviously, it shows you how I am unique as a soul. I'm as real to you as real can be. For me to have the courage to say the words I said to you, it's because I've always been real like that. I've always been real. And like I said in that second video, I wasn't trying to scare you. I was only being honest, even if it was painfully. I had to make you realize what you're gonna do to you and me if you keep on pushing me away like you are. There's a good type of pushing me away and a bad type of pushing me away. Bad type is obviously involving other souls and blah blah blah. Good is pushing me away where you hope that I pull you closer. Or it's just between you and me, not involving anyone else. And obviously I'll be able to tell when you want me to freaking pull you closer based on how you push me away. But if you stop pushing me away, period, that's how we get too. But like I said, you got to push me away in a way that is healthy, not unhealthy. Unhealthy is when you involve other souls. That's just why next thing you know, I'm gonna freaking sooner or later do what you just said because you just would not stop talking about it. Which made it seem like you weren't happy with being with me. Which is why it's not good to do that way. The reason why I never involve other souls. Is to make it sound like you're not happy with me. When there's no reason for you not to be happy with me. Since I do treat you like a queen. But, yeah, honey, just surprised at a lot of stuff. Why am I yawning? Time to think like this is forcing me to yawn. As much as I am. Huh. Trying to think of what else I could say to you. I did mention another video I was planning on making to give you a song, and it seems like I'm singing it. One that's pretty positive, and I know you love it. But before I was give you that one, I want to see the reaction to this video, the second video, and the third. I mean the first. You can tell I'm actually not thinking as fast as I could be. Yeah, this video, the second, and the first. Because I can judge if someone's truly my soulmate based on how they handle hard time, like you've told me with you. Judging me and how maybe he really is the one, maybe he isn't, blah blah blah. As you said before, and how I reacted to. I want to see how you react to these 3 videos. Actually, I would like to see you react to them in one video. Because to see your facial expressions and such, and hear your own words or your own speaking, that could mean more to me than anything else. Oh, jeez. So yeah, that's probably what I'll ask you to do. Bring me a video. However, there's one thing I could say to you. Based on what I said in my last video, when I was a lot more alert than I am now. When it comes to finding my soulmate, I would have never done what you were gonna do if you didn't find me. I never would have had what a nun does. I would have never lived like a priest, which would be the same similarity. Yeah, similarity. I would have done something similar to that. I wouldn't have been happy being by myself. That would have not been me. It was either I died trying to find my soulmate, or I find her and live happily ever since. To where I die happy too. However, if I didn't find my soulmate, which I'm glad I did find you, if I didn't find you, I would have wanted to die happy. And I could think of some ways I could probably die happy if I wanted to die happy. That's one thing I would end up wanting to make sure I did do. But, yeah. Besides all the yawning and me talking between each other, besides letting you know I wasn't trying to scare you, I was just being honest, and even if it was painfully. Besides that, letting you know, like in the past video, I do adore you, I do worship you. But it doesn't necessarily mean I deserve to be pushed away constantly. Because I don't. I don't deserve it. By the way I treat you, I do not deserve it. And but what did I say it was? 8th to like 10th time when between there, it was one of those 3 numbers I mentioned. Well, seriously, darling, you've been hurting me a lot. Hurting me a lot. And that's the reason why it's like, wow. I'm realizing all I've been going through from what you've been putting me through and such. I'm thinking, is she just gonna keep doing this throughout the entire time me and her are together, or what? She keeps saying that she's gonna change and she's not gonna do it anymore. Yet, we're just going more and more up on it. She just keeps on doing it. So I'm thinking, am I gonna get used to getting hurt? I did talk about that in the past. I'm just gonna get used to it because that's what's obviously gonna keep happening. And I'm starting to think like maybe it's really gonna happen that way. Really gonna keep on making that happen. When you hurt me Friday, I was thinking, wow. Didn't know what else to think but that. Like, it happened again. Even when she told me it was done. She's never doing it again. And this is just counting you hurting me while you being doubtful. I'm not joking. I keep count of how many times you've hurt me that way. So the total number of altogether is higher than that. You're probably around 10, 11, 12 times probably altogether. Obviously, I'll remember every single time because it hurts me from the soul on. Because it's my soulmate doing it to me. So I'm going to take it to the soul deep. But understand one thing, honey. I'm going to start doing one thing, and when I start doing this, you're going to understand what you're doing to us by me doing this. I'm going to treat you based on how you treat me. From now on. You push me away, I'm going to stop talking to you for a while. Until you realize, wait a minute, did I just push him away? Is that why he's not talking to me? Yes. I'm going to start making you realize your mistakes that you're doing. And maybe it might help you on not committing those mistakes. Because that might be what I have to do. I'm going to start reacting based on your actions. Based on what you say to me. Based on both of those. In a way which will make you, not just make you, but force you to think what you just did. And since I have a mysterious trait to myself, which means I can be mysterious, you won't know what I'll do. I can show that at any moment. I'm going to start using it from now on when it comes to you hurting me. I'm going to be that way just because it might make you realize what you do to us more often than me just having to explain it. I'm gonna sometimes maybe not speak to you anymore. I might come online and off online, you know, off and on online, off and online, yeah, be off and online from time to time. I won't be saying anything for a while. Doesn't necessarily mean I don't adore you or worship you. I do. It just means that I'm teaching you a lesson based on what you're doing to us. That's what it means. And silent treatment is very powerful. I'm well aware of it because I've had that done to me countless times. So I know what it feels like. And that's the reason why I'm thinking maybe I should start doing this to make her realize what she's doing. Make her start thinking before she reacts. Because I'll tell you, right now, when you said what you said about the whole situation with having another soul, whatever, blah, blah, blah. When you said that, you can try to tell me you were thinking, but I can guarantee you, you weren't being the true yourself that I know. You were being naive and not thinking 100%. You might have been thinking, but you were not thinking 100%. You were thinking 100%, you'd have asked what I would want to do. And you probably would have, if you were going to go with selfless approach, you probably would have went with it just to see how it went. Pretty much. But, like I said in my first, oh no, it was my second video. I would never, ever, ever bring up another soul like that. I never would. Because it's not that I'm possessive of you to the point I wouldn't be willing to give you up if it was someone better for you, even though I know there's no one better for you than me. I've treated you like a queen from the day we were together to now. I've treated you like a queen. So you have the holy grail, the rarest freaking golden nugget out of the entire bag full of them. You get the most valuable piece out of them all when you're with me. And I know that I'm treating you that way. While I'm staying real. So this way you know the real me. Even though you're aware I have that mysterious trait about myself. Which means I can become naive, seeming like I'm naive, when I'm really trying to teach you a lesson. Most of the time I use that trait, I'm usually trying to teach you a lesson. Me being as many years older than you, I am of you, I know you can become naive at times. To the point I gotta bring you back into the real you, and that's where I'll end up doing that, teaching you a lesson. Making you wake up. Every single time I try to teach you a lesson, you end up waking up and like, oh, okay, I realize what I'm doing. But I usually have to do this. In the past, I've actually done it just to see how you react. Now I might actually start doing it all the time. You're naive. Every single time you are, I'm going to start doing it this way. So you're never going to know my reaction. But at the same time, I'll be teaching you a lesson. Since that's what your master also suggested I do. Surprisingly. And yes, that'll be the only time you ever see this part of me. Only time. You won't know if I'll answer you. You won't know if I'll ignore you. As a silent treatment, meaning teaching a lesson. You won't know if I respond calmly or I respond angrily. You won't know what I'll do. I'm gonna start doing this because I think having a unpredictable me might keep you from hurting you and me to the point I am pushed away permanently. That might be the only way I keep you from making that mistake that will haunt you for the rest of your life. I feel like that's the only option for me at this point, so that's why I see it as an option that I might as well take. So, after you see this video, you answer this one, the second, and the first video, all in one video. You have a lot to answer, that means. What I plan on doing, and what I've been talking about and such. And you know me, when it comes to my videos, when it comes to you answering my videos from the past, I've always asked you to be meticulous on your answers to my videos. And since you're answering 3 videos in one video, I obviously am going to expect your video to be pretty long. And that's fine if it is. It doesn't bother me if it is. I've told you, the more time you put into the video, the more detail you put into the video, the better. And I really want to know how you feel about that. You're going to start experiencing my mysterious, unpredictable trait in myself. Each time you do something that hurts me, you're going to experience that. That's one thing I want to know. I want to know about how you feel about how I reacted about the whole soulmate thing and you being doubtful. Those 2 things. Me finding it, if I didn't find you, I would have did what I would have did. I want to know about that. Yeah. I want to go to the depths. I want to know all the different things I was talking about. How you would feel about me showing that unpredictable nature of myself. About how I reacted about you talking about another woman, and the doubtfulness, and blah blah blah. All the different things. There's so many things you can choose from, honey. And I'm obviously purposely making this video long because you haven't had videos from me in a while. So here's one of these, this one and the second one I made sure were long. So, with that said, I'm gonna have this one reach a long amount of time. I'm gonna, yeah, it's gonna be anywhere between 20 to 25 minutes, probably. Right now it's 20. Darling, what I'm pretty much trying to tell you is, because you know I can break away from the spell, because you know I can, it's time for you to stop pushing me away. It's time for you to be the woman I know you can be. It's time for that to happen, honey. I'm not joking. It's time for that to happen. It's time for you to not just become more grown up sexually. It's time for you to become more grown up mentally. I know you can do it there. I know you can handle things mentally at a level that it shows the matureness that I know you possess naturally at your age you are right now. You're about to be 19 and such. I know you're more than capable of it. You know, obviously I'm about to be 25 next month. I'm obviously going to make you the other video I was talking about before my birthday comes. For you to make that one for me. But, darling, what I want you to know is the things I want you to answer. I'm going to try to put them all in one freaking video now. I mean, in this video in general. I'm going to try to put it all in this video before I end it. I'm going to try to do it before 25 minutes. See how well I do here. Well, I'm not 100% functional with my brain. Alright, here I go. I want you to answer what I said about going to another site to find my soulmate if I wouldn't have found it from these dating sites. Like I was able to find it from that one. Glad I did find you. Answer that part. Answer about you bringing up another woman as if you didn't feel like you were worthy. Even though, if I didn't think you were worthy, I wouldn't have treated you like a queen in the first place. You know what that meant. I wouldn't have. So, yeah, answer that part. How that doubtfulness was not reasonable. That's the third thing. How you feel about me showing that unpredictable nature of myself, that mysterious, unpredictable nature about myself. Each time you hurt me. That's the fourth thing. I'm going to give you 5 things to answer. The 5th thing is the fact that I feel that it's time for you to stop hurting me permanently. And if you're gonna push me away, you push me away in a healthy way. Not bringing up in any other souls, you just push me away, trying to hint at me, you want me to pull you closer. Since most of the time that's what it means. From the female psychology, it's usually what it means. But, yes, dear. That's what I want you to do. Those 5 things. Besides you doing the normal things, you know I love when you do, because it makes it sound so much sincere at the end. Which I'm already doing right now. Since it's almost 25 minutes. So yeah, do those 5 things, and then make sure you end it in that video like I'm about to end it. Here I go, dear. I'm gonna try to be romantic here, since even though I'm tired, I can still probably do it. I want to make sure you see that. I love and adore you, my blessing queen of bliss. Good night, my twin female soulmate. I'm being funny too. And just remember, honey, you mean everything to me. That's the reason why I'm warning you about that stuff. Alright, one last good night kiss, and I'll make sure it's an extra special. 2 hands now. 2 hands. Make me proud, my love. Oh, here we go, baby. Good night, baby. Just a blessing extra one.
Hi, my love. I'm making you this video in response to your video, and, so there was a few things that you wanted me to answer, so I'm going to try and remember them as best as I can. So here I go. For your first video, I want you to know that whenever, sorry, I have to catch my breath, for the first video, what I told you on Friday, I had just had a very depressing and emotionally draining talk with my mother, and basically I've just been giving her these, hypothetical, not real scenarios of me dating, and it all stemmed from something I told her. I said that I was capable of being in a relationship, and then I had to backtrack and tell her that what I meant to say was I'm capable of telling her if I like somebody, instead of hiding it or lying to her about it like I used to. And so whenever, I like someone, I'll be honest with her and just tell her. Now, of course, I'm still under that 21-year age ban from dating. And, but then she says that it doesn't matter if I'm 18 or if I'm 50, if I'm not mature enough to handle, quote unquote, handle the emotional and mental games that guys tend to play. If I'm mature enough, then yeah, I can have a boyfriend, or that's my choice, is what she said. And I'm like, well, I don't want a boyfriend now. I mean, there's nobody I like here in town, and if there was somebody I'd like, I am capable of telling you I like this person, but there's nobody here I like, so I don't need a boyfriend right now. And so that was a big fight that lasted 4 days between us, and I just had to talk her into forgiving me and letting her know that no, I'm gonna listen to her her rule, and I'm and things got better after I said that, and I was just trying to let you know that she, as much as I wanted her to maybe help us out with things like a living situation in the future, I don't think she will. And that was kind of depressing for me, because realizing that we have to do all this on our own, and you and I both don't make much money, and like the money that I'm getting right now for us for your trip, that is based on allowance. That's based on, checking under the couch for change. And I know you don't make much on your check. And so, what I want to do is save enough so we could at least have us a nest egg of something we can fall back on. Like, we need a car, we need a house, we need money, and money doesn't grow on trees. Technically, maybe it does because it's cotton, but anyway, we don't have a lot, and we need to start saving now if we're gonna have to do this alone without anyone's help. We're gonna need money, and but I know that if we work together, we can get that money. And as long as we work as a team, we can make it. And I'm hopeful that we can make it. We have the love, but we just need that stability. Now moving on to basically why I said what I said. I said what I said because I was depressed. I didn't mean it. I was feeling... I've always felt like you deserve so much better because you're so amazing, and I'm blessed to have you. I really, really am. But there are these times that I feel like I am not worthy of you, and I don't know how to explain to you these feelings of me feeling not worthy. You treat me wonderful, and it's nothing that you ever did. I'm sorry. It's not you, it's me. And I don't know how to tell you that it's me. Something's wrong with me. I think just something's broken inside of me. And I don't know how to unbreak it. I think it's just, there's so many things I think about. I'm thinking about you and me, and I've had moments where I feel I'm not worthy, even though you treat me like a queen, and I'm grateful and thankful and blessed and happy. But there are things like I think about, like, okay, at our wedding, I won't be able to dance with you. I can't walk, so how am I gonna dance? And if you were with another woman, you could. You could have that. Not with me. And it breaks my heart that I'm broken, and that I can't walk, and that I'm sick, and I have all these medical problems, and I wish that I didn't have them, because it would make life a lot easier. I mean, if I could drive a car, I could come and see you, even though with the situation being what it is, I'm almost 19 and I have almost zero independence. I mean, the independence I have is nothing more than a few chores. But I can't go to the grocery store on my own. I can't frickin' cook. I don't know how to be the wife you need. I don't know how to be the woman that you need. And I know you say teamwork. But I'm supposed to know all of this in a few years. And I'm just scared that I won't be able, that I can't do it. I mean, my mom doesn't believe I could do anything important. And there are times I feel like she's right. That the only thing I'm good for is just to sit here. And so I push you away because I think you deserve better. I know you deserve better. And I know another woman can give you what I can't. She can give you... She can't give you more love. She can't do that. But she could be more grown up. She could be more mature. And if I had a dime for every time someone said that I was immature, I'd be rich. I know I'm immature. But that doesn't mean that I can't learn. It just takes time. So I'm sorry for pushing you away. Yes, you're right. Women do that because they want their man to be closer or whatever. I did that because I wanted you closer. And the fact that we can't be physically together is painful sometimes. And I miss you, and all I would need is a simple hug or to be held by you. That's it. I don't want you to go anywhere, so I don't want you to leave me. I want you to stay. I need you. So I won't say that again. I won't try and give away something that I want, something that I need. I need you, and I need you to stay. And when we met online, I'm happy that we did. I'm happy that we found each other because I was looking for you and you were looking for me. And we found each other. That's all that matters, is that we found each other. And I explained to you that even though you treat me like a queen and I bring up other women, you seeing other women, or trying to be selfless and sacrifice my happiness just so you could be happy in a different way, or with someone that could do more than I can. I'm sorry for that. That's just my insecurities. That's me wanting your happiness above my own. And if you want to punish me and teach me a lesson by giving me the silent treatment, I understand. If you're going to react different ways and be unpredictable in how you act when I do things like that, I get it. I don't blame you for it. But just know that please don't ignore me, because that might make me freak out. But always know that I love and adore you, and I don't want you to leave me. I need you too much. And I will try and not hurt you anymore. Believe I want to. There are just some things I don't even realize would hurt you. Like, I didn't think it would have hurt you. What I said, I thought you would have just brushed it off. Because I was just saying what I was feeling. I need to stop that. Because I hate it when I hurt you. I hate it when I hurt us. I don't want to do that anymore. And so I'll stop. I want to get off this up and down roller coaster, but I want to stay on at the same time. Maybe I just want things to level out for a while. And by that I just mean us have some constant good times. I'm not saying that I'm on this ride just for the good times. I'm on it through thick and thin. But I just want us to have a lot more happy than sad times, if you get what I'm saying. I know I have some growing up to do, and I'm going to try and evolve this year. Evolve mind, body, and spirit. And I'm hopeful. And I am happy with you, and I want to stay with you. I am in no way sad with you. If I'm emotional, it's just because I adore you so much, and that's who I am. I have all my heart and soul into this relationship, and it's not only a relationship anymore, it's a marriage. You know, we said our vows to each other. It might not mean anything to anybody else, but it means something to us. You know, I have my ring. It's not my wedding ring, it's the love knot ring, but still matters to me. And I honor my vows, and I'm true to them, and I'm true to you. So I'm sorry for being pig-headed or stubborn or stupid or immature sometimes. I'll grow up. I'll become that woman that you dream about. You've always been the guy that I've dreamed about since forever. I'm truly happy with you. I love and adore you. I hope you have a good rest of the night. I love and adore you, my amazing, 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 happy, perfect soulmate king, or my kissy bear, King Charming. So, oh, I have a little spot on my nose. I think I should put some makeup. Anyway, sorry, never mind. Just the lighting. Ugh, cover that up. Anyway, I'm laughing again, so be happy about that. Okay. I love and adore you, baby. Have a good night, my darling King Charming. And never mind the bloopers on this video.
Hey dear, I had one last thing I had to say before I went to bed, and I'm going to show you something, so this way you know that I am far from joking. Alright, you see that right over there? Doesn't seem to look like it says anything at the moment. But then if I go down here, what does that say? That's right, 4 o'clock in the morning almost. Now, you wonder what it means to be truly devoted to someone to the point you're willing to be up extra hours just to pretty much please them. Right now, obviously, the goodnight video I'm right now having it converted, so this way it's smaller for me to put that one together with all the rest of the videos, because it's a must to do for me to be able to make them all together and still be able to fit it to send to you. I got that video, and then I got 2 other ones that I made of yesterday, since like I said, it's in the morning right now. But I just had to show you proof that I went out of my way way too much. I'm actually overtired right now because I've been so dedicated to getting this done. I'm overtired right now. So if I fall asleep, I might not be online until later today, and then, you know, usually the weekend I'm never on. It's just because it's just, you obviously understand. You can know where I'm coming from when I say I let my body rest. I always have it to where on the weekends I let my body rest. The master always agrees on it too, so that's the reason why I do it also. But yes, honey, I just had to let you know this. Oh, looks like I gotta take care of that now. As you know, I love to just, like, show you things. See? It's done. Alright, honey. Well, now I'm gonna get that going, and then hopefully you do as I asked you to about my last video, the long one. You show the verification for that, and I made this video to make it sure you took me seriously. I didn't just say that I went out of my way, I actually showed you how long I've been up doing it. I've been from, and this is far from a lie, as you know, I never lied to you in the first place, but I've been trying to get this done from, this is obviously far-fetched. I've been trying to get this done since 10 o'clock in the nighttime to now. And you just saw it was about 4 o'clock. Right now, is it 4 o'clock now? It's almost 4 o'clock. It's 4 minutes to 4. Yeah. What is that? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It's almost 6 hours I spent doing this. You have no reason to not do it. You have to squeeze time as soon as possible to show me gratification because I deserve it, as you know, honey. Alright, sweetheart? Now I'm gonna stop this video and hopefully you make me proud of you. I'm gonna just do this quickly now. And I might roll my tongue towards the end of it since I know that probably drives you wild when I do that. Because you love that German tongue of mine. Alright, honey. Here I go. I love, adore, and worship you, my blessing queen. And good night, my precious female copy of myself. Make me proud, my love. Make me proud. And extra one, as you know I like to do to you at times. Just to spoil you, of course. Here you go, my love. Okay, I'm ready. Hey sweetheart, I'm still using my, as I call it, my supercomputer to record this. I'm right now taking care of the second video, obviously, as I already did it. Obviously I'm giving the intro right now to the song I'm gonna sing. And then you get to hear the MP3 of the song through the actual computer itself. Well, you'll see me be able to, as if I'm singing, but won't be able to actually hear my voice just because I don't know, maybe I'll test it first. And if it works, I'll do it so you can actually hear my voice. If it doesn't, since I'm doing this through my laptop that actually has a webcam built into it, right now I'm using the webcam that I had to buy myself to actually do this intro, obviously. That's the reason why you have all this extra stuff that's going on. But anyways, yeah, sweetheart. I hope you enjoy the video of me singing, because I'm going to connect that one to this one, as in this is supposed to be the intro. Like I said, the name of the song is called Distant Melody, and it makes me think of soulmates. That's the reason why I'm singing it to you, honey. Okay. I love, adore, and worship you, my darling sweetheart. And I hope you enjoy this song, honey. Enjoy, baby. Alright, sweetheart. Now this is gonna be challenging for me, since these are always challenging. Now I'm about to listen to the song. You're gonna hear it as I'm gonna add it to the video that you're right now watching. I'm gonna add it pretty much to it. I'm obviously going to cut one part and then add the part where you hear the music. Well, anyways, here we go. And hopefully you enjoy it, honey. As of right now, you won't hear anything about the music. There. Well, that was the intro. Now I gotta do the other part, honey. And then I'm gonna put them together. And then after that, you'll see what happens there. I'm gonna try to put them together. So this video might be kind of long, to warn you. And then you'll know how it sounds, because that's actually how it sounds on the album. Is how when you put them together like that. Since they're actually one after the other usually, but it's harder to do it into a video form. And that's the reason why I'm trying to format it into that way. But it's challenging. Obviously, you know, always been a wizard at it, so I'll probably be able to make it work again. I have 3 different computers on, just to let you know, just to make it possible. We'll see if I'm able to do it though, honey. Okay. Love, adore, and worship you, my darling, and hopefully you actually are able to hear all as it should be in the final part of the video before I say goodnight for the ending. This should hurt, I must say, I'm feeling like you're freaking, movie star with all this FaceTime on camera I'm right now doing for you. And then you said you're my, yeah, you said that I'm your everything, so I must be your movie star too, honey. Anyway, now I'm trying to do the actual singing part of the song. You may hear my lips moving now. That thing you heard earlier was the intro. And then after you hear the actual song like you're about to see me, as you see me singing, you can also hear it. I'm actually going to put them together, put it towards the end of this video, and then at the end I'll actually go say goodnight like I told you earlier. So hopefully you enjoy this, honey. And here I go as of right now, honey. I love and adore you. Or do I just love and adore you? You mean I love, adore, and worship you, my sweetheart. And here we go, honey. As I love you and sharing you, as you can tell. Hey honey, obviously you obviously had the music there. Now I'm gonna put that together with the other one and just see how it sounds so dang natural to be together. I purposely did it this way, so you would have to hear both of them together at the end, because I want to give you a video that you will cherish forever. And yes, I may expect you to give me a video in return to express how much you mean, how much this means to you. Because this, I just mentioned I have 1, 2, 3 the computers on right now, just to make this possible. And your gratification is all I could ask for in return, and how much this means to you and such is all I could ask for you in return for all this I'm doing for you. So please don't forget to do that, honey. And as you know, I'd like to reassure you. So before I click out, as I always say, I love, adore, and worship you, my sweetie pie queen that I love to spoil like I am right now in this video. And I hope you enjoy the ending, honey, when you hear both of them together. Hey, honey, here's the grand finale part. Yeah, I'm talking about, I'm actually gonna do it. The hardest part of the damn video. I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off. If I pull this off, I would understand you being envious of your male part of you. Oh gosh, I'm under so much nervous pressure right now. Because this is a first time ever doing this with me. Putting 2 tracks together to make it sound like 2 tracks into one actual video. One track goes into the other track and then it sounds like the song's supposed to. I tell you, honey, this is gonna be one magical thing if I pull this off, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Well, here I go, less talking the better, since this is about 3 minutes and something seconds. Actually, it's almost 4 minutes. The actual song put every second together. Well, here I go, honey, and hopefully this goes well. Alright, honey, here we go. Alright, honey. I'm obviously gonna do the good night part at the end. I'm just gonna say I love and adore you and worship you right now as another assurance, as you're getting a lot of assurance during this full video. This part is gonna be part of full video. This is probably be the middle part of the video right now what you're looking at. We're gonna see, at first I put the freaking intro of the song into it, then I put the song into it, then I put the intro with the song. A lot of work I did on it. Remember, 3 computers on. I better have the true gratification I deserve for this, because remember I was talking about 3 o'clock? It's almost 3 o'clock. See the diversion I'm showing you, honey? Anyways, I'll say that one time and then I'll get to hear that. With everything else, I'll probably be romantic at the end like normal. I love, adore, and worship you, my sweet, sweet, lovely, precious wife, as I know you love hearing that from me. Okay, honey. Hopefully you enjoy the ending now, honey. Listen, that's all I gotta make now is that ending video. Hey, honey. As I was going on camera, I noticed the freaking thing is still arced a certain way. But what you heard me whispering about. um, anyways, yeah, obviously it's a good night part of the video. By the time you get to this part of the video, you'll obviously realize I'm saying good night. As in, I put a series of videos together to make one. I had to do it that way for it to be as special as it is. Obviously, your specialty is texts and stuff into videos. I can do it too, but I prefer to just like be high tech with the way I do stuff, as you realize. That's another reason why I always hear you from time to time, and I do try to go out of my way like I did this time. Even though I went the extra mile than I originally was wanting to go, as in it's for my soulmate, obviously, I know when I'm going to do it. But, yeah, I like to go out of my way in a high tech way, meaning I didn't just make it to where you heard a song and you enjoyed it. I made 2 songs. It's really actually 2 pieces of a song. I don't know why they had to put it in 2 tracks for a full song, but they did. That's the reason I had to give you both those tracks. I purposely made it to where you would hear one part and then the other, and then you hear them together, so you know how it sounds all together. But yeah, baby, please show your gratitude for this video. I went through way too much freaking editing. I thought I was gonna lose my mind freaking doing this much editing as I was. And the least you can do is give me a video and gratification of it. Okay, baby. Now, I'm going to say the good night part now. And then, since it's already up to like 14 minutes, just without this part, this video. So, I gotta do it now. So this way it adds up and I can still send it with it being within the range it needs to be in for me to be able to do it. So, with that said, I love, adore, and worship you, my lovely, precious, adorable, amazing, blessing, Greene. And good night, my love, my true love. Now I'll do 5 to make you feel extra special. 1 for you, 2 for you, 3 for you, 4 for you, 5 for you. And come on, baby, make me proud of you as you always aim to. And make sure you do as I asked you to. Make that video and gratification for me. Extra one for you, honey. Hey, sweetheart. I gave that face because the mic, the webcam is being weird. You probably can hear me, yet it says that the audio isn't working really well. Anyways, I've been watching your videos all night. What is it? It's Thursday night, April 17th of 2014. If I'm right on that, where the heck did my freaking phone go? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's all accurate what I said to you. But yeah, I might seem like I'm a little emotional right now. I feel like I had to give you this video because that's driving me crazy. Earlier today, I expressed to you online words from my very soul that probably seem magical to you, yet they're all true. And like I said, just before I made this video, I was watching videos of you from our bad times or good times, realizing all we've been through. And it's like, when it comes to us, I know we both feel the same way about having this yearning to be next to each other. We both feel it every day. And it feels like the yearning gets stronger every day, actually. They say you're supposed to fall in love more and more and more and more each time. You meaning repeat falling in love more than one time. But the thing is that when it comes to me, I don't fall in love multiple times in a week. I fall in love one time and I only get deeper and deeper. That's all that ever happens. I can't really fall in love with you time and time again. That doesn't work with me. The way it is with me is I fall in love with you and then I get deeper and deeper and deeper as you make me feel this way. And let's just say that this is one of those nights where it's really hard for me to handle. I was looking online, it was probably yesterday I seen it. I actually had proof that the tortoise is the most patient sign out of all the zodiacs. I actually had proof. I could have given you the proof, but I was just wanting to find the proof online. But yes, it's true. The tortoise is the most patient sign out of all the signs in the zodiac. The Leo is extremely patient if they are grown up to become that way. Otherwise, if they are, spoiled as they grow older, they tend to not have really much patience. That's the reason why I was just watching one video you were talking about how my patience has grown onto you. And I would say, yes, I agree, it's a good thing, but it's just a natural trait of mine. I'm naturally easygoing, patient, and I think that's another reason why I'm willing to wait for us besides me being the most patient sign out of the zodiacs. Besides that reason, it's because I know how important we are as a couple. We're soulmates. There's nothing deeper than that. There's nothing deeper than that. You were talking about how, in one of the videos, on how we have a different special type of love. You even admitted that your mom couldn't even give you the kind of love that I give you. Because you've experienced the love that I give you is so much more pure, so much more deeper, is what you said. Is pretty much what you were saying. I'm pretty much summing up in smaller amount of words, but yet I'm still giving you a lot that's on my mind right now because I have so much to mention because it's driving me nuts. And how much I miss you. All day I've been fighting tears, trying not to cry because how badly I miss you. And just before I started this video, I was actually having tears go down my eyes. Went down my eyes and then down my face. Yeah. I'm trying to stay strong because the power of how love can affect someone, as people have said, and it's been proven true to everybody. Love is known as the most powerful feeling in the world. It can bring you down to your lowest as much as it can bring you to your highest moments of your life. And being in love like we are, that's one thing we have to cope with, is each time the negative or the bad or the tough times come around. Only reason why it's tough for me right now is because of how much I miss you. It's just driving me nuts. It's really driving me nuts. I struggle every flipping minute of today. There's other been, see, the thing is, there's days where I'll be able to handle it just fine. And there'll be days where I won't be able to handle it. Today's one of those days I won't be able to handle it because it's amazing. It's amazing how much I miss you. So then when I said on how much you mean to me and all that online, it really shows. I can't hold it in anymore. I can't hold it in anymore. Yes, dear. Tears. I can't hold it in anymore. It's interesting. The way it goes with me, how I'm feeling, honey. It's interesting on how there'll be days I can handle it just fine, even though I'm still falling deeper and deeper for you. Even though that is the case. And then there's nights like tonight where it's tearing me up. It's tearing me up badly. How you mentioned that we like to send each other our souls up to try to comfort each other. I see the opportunity every single time I go to bed to send mine out to you. Sometimes I'm not able to, where you see my shadow, as you're aware of. Since it takes a lot out of someone to be able to do it. It takes a lot out of their inner being. It drains them. So the nights that I do it are the nights where the next day I'll still feel like I'm tired after doing it, because it takes out a lot of the spiritual energy out of me. And that's the reason why I guess you could say I'm glad that you see a shadow of myself, since that has no effect at all on my spiritual energy, at all. That's the reason why now that I'm not able to control it, as I've told you. It usually shows you my deepest emotions and my deepest of my bad and good emotions. The true deepness of each one of them. While it also says in that predictable, that unpredictable nature of how I told you I can be, that always is showing it. So if you ever have something feel like it's forcing itself on you, like I told you in the past, I might not be controlling it, well, it's probably that, like I said in the past. But, like I said, I had to make this video because I've been missing you so damn badly tonight, to the point I just had to express it on camera. I just had to. It's been driving me insane. It has. Like I said, I was only able to give you a portion of how much you mean to me. A portion. That's not even close to, probably not even close to 80% of it. Not even close to that. It's not even close to freaking 25% of it. How much you mean to me, I literally have to show you in person. I literally have to. Because words can't express it. Yeah, you do bring a poet out of me, but even while you do that, I still can't find the words to give you to let you know how much you mean to me. Heck, my emotions I'm showing you now mean pretty much having tears come in my eyes because how much I miss you. It obviously means my feelings from my own soul are real. If I express them from my own soul every day. Like I've told you, that's the way for you to express yourself, because it's you letting the inner soulmate that's growing out is what's actually happening. That's how you become the woman that I see in my visions. The soulmate that you are, the actual soul from inside you, you let that grow out into and let it blossom like a flower blossoms. You let it blossom into the woman that I see in the visions. That's just gonna make these moments even harder for me, because you'll mean even more and more, and you'll just keep meaning more and more to me. You mean more and more to me every day. It's amazing. It's truly amazing how I get this way. You know really well about my sentimental moments. I can be sentimental out of nowhere. I've told you about the moments where all of a sudden I'd be crying to a sad part of a movie or something. You know, those moments when I'm crying, you're half of me, I'm showing. Because I only get sentimental like that when it comes to movies. I only get sentimental like that when I'm truly touched. For that phantom, oh my gosh. Feminine side of myself, which is you, is showing. Just like you have a masculine side of yourself too. Only difference is that masculine side of yourself, you might not notice, I can tell it's fully developed already. Just your feminine side of you is what's developing still. That's the reason why you were talking about your chest size getting bigger in one of your videos. How it seems that way, as if you're still maturing. That might be part of it, honey. And then I've told you about the whole natural vitamins and all that stuff to make it promote it to get bigger. So this way you don't have to worry about paying extra money for something that can go wrong. And yeah, we talked about that one program where it gave you a device to match to make them bigger, but in truth, I would rather just have you have a push-up bra and vitamins. This is what I really would want you to have. So this way, it's you having them shape that way they should be naturally. But yeah, and then you talk about how you said my penis was perfect for you. I did run into that video where you're talking about that too. Honey, if I wasn't fully satisfied with mine, which I'm still iffy about it, even after you reassured me, I'm still iffy about it. If I wasn't fully happy with it, I know the soulmate that's in you would be okay with it as long as I didn't get it too big. You said 10 is too big, that's freaky. Well, I would maybe go up to 7, which is an extra inch out. Just because I want to make sure I'm able to do all those things that I'm supposed to be able to do. I'm supposed to be able to take you with the perfect size. I'm supposed to be able to take you to be able to make you moan loudly, yes, but also scream even in pleasure. Having you begging for more, all those things that a soulmate's supposed to be able to do. I have to make sure that I have the size also to do that. It's not just your chest size. I'm making sure of my own size too. And that's the reason why the soulmate I know that's inside you, that really is inside you, honey. Yeah, I have my phone in my hand. The soulmate that's really inside you, I know for a fact that she'd be okay with it if it was to that point. I know for a fact that you'd be okay with it if I got it an extra inch size, bigger. Answer everything I'm talking about on here. Answer it all online. If you really are touched by it so much that you want to make a video, go ahead and do that too. As long as you answer every topic I brought up on this video. Every topic I brought up. As long as you answer them all. That's all that matters to me, honey. If you answer them all, then obviously I'll be pleased. But just know that when I said what I said today online, it was truly from the soul. Obviously, I'm too far away from the camera, as you can tell. Otherwise, you would have seen my real tears. You can hear it in my voice. And yes, I did wipe off tears. Was on this side earlier, or might have been on that side. I might have been on both sides. I'm just thinking about you too much right now, Doper. It's really taking a toll out on me. I'm gonna make you another video after this because I'm in a mood to express myself. I'm in a mood to do it. So for this video, and yes, I'll be giving you that one with the me singing that song. It's actually, I'm putting 2 tracks together in one. That's actually what I'm doing. And then I'm going to play it so this way you can hear the song, since I don't think I'll be able to have the sound of the song be able to get loud enough for my own voice. Otherwise, I would have you actually be able to hear me sing. But I'm going to do that one also tonight. I'm giving you like 3 videos tonight because I'm feeling so damn expressive. I really am, honey. I'm feeling really damn expressive. Honey, now to end this video, I love and adore you, my blessing boy. I'll say the full thing that we usually say online in the next video. I'm just going to say the original soulmate words for now. I love and adore you, my blessing queen. Never forget that, honey. And good night for now until the next video, which will be soon, baby. Hey, sweetheart, you hear that rattling? Yeah, I'm trying to eat some chocolate right now. I'm not a huge fan of milk chocolate, but I will still eat it. That's what that is. That's Russell Sulfurs. Bar only costed 89 cents since it's Easter. But yeah. Obviously, this is the second video. For tonight. Now I got that out of the way, I'm gonna finish eating this what's in my mouth before I talk anymore. Since I did tell you I was gonna watch that one video, but this one I'm not, so yeah. So I think I'll wait for this. Yeah, it's another piece of chocolate. See, I've already expressed to you in the first video how bad I'm missing you. How much you mean to me, and I said I was going to say it a different way in this video, which is true, I'm going to. And then I'm getting ready right now. Right now I'm actually getting ready. The first video that I sent, as you know, you use the same program as I do, so you're going to know exactly what program I always on this computer. But yeah, here. Yeah. That's the first video right now being converted. As you know, I'm not afraid to show you everything that's going on. You're my queen. And you mentioned how the king is supposed to protect the queen. The queen is also supposed to protect the king also. Remember, honey, this is a saying and it's true, not to mention how good it sounds as you hear it. And that's the reason why I have to give you it, because this is a perfect time for me to give you this saying before I stop this video. And I am Doing this way when you see the second video more than one time, you remember the saying for the rest of our lives together. Here it goes. Every man needs a woman when his life is a mess, because the queen protects the king, just like in a game of chess. It's true. And obviously, you know about all the situations that's going on with me. My situation with my money. I already told you about that online. Why I am right now so damn low on money. Obviously, you've already reassured me more than once on camera that gifts don't mean anything to you. But the best gift that you could really ever receive from me is my time with you. That's all that you could ever ask for. I feel the same way. And feeling the closeness I feel towards you is part of it also. But the truth is, not just the time you have with me can be the best, but the truest, most precious gift you could give me is yourself. And you've already given yourself to me. So there's nothing more for you to give. I mean, obviously, you're going to stay obedient and all the rest of those words towards me for the rest of your life, obviously. Even after your life is over, you're going to do it. You've already admitted that to me, too. But, yeah. Other than that, let's get in there. Yeah. Now, to end the video, before I do, though, I did say I was going to say the full thing. You usually have been saying online lately. I want to give you one last other thing I want to say before I do that, too. Besides that saying, and I hope you stay true to remembering that saying, because that's the only time my life becomes a mess. First one that's going to come from me is going to be you. And not only that, I'm actually going to expect you to be the first one. So, yeah. You were trying to comfort me earlier today, actually. When I did read your messages about yesterday, you were trying to comfort me, and I was happy you were. As I obviously always be. Obviously, I want to eat this piece of chocolate right now. So, I'm going to say goodnight right now, honey. You know, I could talk and talk and talk. I could make a lifelong video, and then finally, after I freaking have made the lifelong video, which is who knows how many hours, I could send it to you, and then maybe in the next lifetime you get it. No, I'm just giving you a joke, honey. A romantic joke. Which would be quite romantic. That way you could see our entire life together in one video. I shouldn't attempt myself on that, actually. That would be, we would need cyber speed of a freaking connection for that to be possible. Cyber speed. Yeah, honey. I would say the sugars are rubbing off on me right now. No wonder I'm getting all happy. But other than that, you're the only other answer for my happiness. You said in that one video I was watching, if I'm happy, you're happy. Well, I was just emotional earlier because based it on you, I show you my true feelings every day, whether it's online or on here, or, yeah, on camera, online, on the phone, don't matter where, I show you it. And I think you've gotten past that moment where you realize my feelings are real a long time ago. But even after that, by me doing what I'm doing, I'm actually reassuring you that they're going to stay that way. And I got to put that chocolate down for a mess in my hand, and next thing I'll be able to eat it, but yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I want this hair gone. I want that hair gone. I want that hair gone. No. But really, I do want a haircut. I'll give you something to laugh about me being goofy. At the same time, romantic, and all the rest of the stuff you're used to seeing me online and on camera doing. Alright, honey, I'm gonna give you the good night for this video now, and then I hope you enjoy the other video. I have a lot to do before I can make it, but I'm gonna try to do all of it all tonight. Even if that means I gotta go sleep early in the morning, meaning 3 o'clock, something like that in the morning, even if it means that. Just so you can have the video. Because I've been promising you it for so long, and I've been able to get to it because there's so much I gotta do to make it even possible. The only reason I haven't gotten to it. But yes, I'm doing it tonight. And your first video has been converted. Really, honey? It's like, voila! I know you'll enjoy this video. You'll be able to tell just by seeing me on camera that I'm going to be a pleasure to be around. More than just because you would worship me like you do. Just because of my personality, it's truly colorful and irresistible, and you've mentioned it as being amazing, and other things you've mentioned it as, which are all true. You're expressing how it really is. Anyways, yeah, honey. Now, here I go. Here I go. I love and... No. I'll do it the way that is meant to do it with correct spelling and grammar. The right way. That's the reason why sometimes you say I love and adore and worship you. I'm like, honey, you're using too many hands. No! Where's that comma when you need it? Oh gosh, how colorful I can be at times. Hey, you surprise myself at times. Okay, honey. Here we go. Really this time. I love, adore, and worship you. My Green. Yes, I use my German tongue. Can't help it. That's another thing you just have to adore about me. Good night, my blessing. Wonderful amazingness of bliss. Oh my gosh, I'm having too much fun now. All of a sudden, I'm all hyped up. I'm hyped up, I tell you. I'm hyped up. Okay, now last time, and this time I'll make sure that you can hear me. To reassure you, I love, adore, and worship you, my amazing blessing Green. And good night. My female copy of my own soul. Such a blessing, honey. Okay. Yeah, you say there's no audio. What do you do? Anyways, hey, honey, just completely forgot it was Easter until I got an Easter basket from my mom. Yeah, I figured I'd do you an Easter video. Yeah, happy Easter. Hopefully today goes well for you. I know how you get when you get candy, so obviously if you get tons of candy, I'm guessing you'll be hyper as heck today. Other than that, figured Ricky's still here, so I figured let him say hi. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll obviously give you this video on Monday. I'm wondering if we'll see here. Before I stop this video, and this is a quick one. Trying to figure out exactly when. It must be every third Sunday of April, I'm guessing. Because I keep forgetting when Easter is, honey. Anyways, I love, adore, and worship you, honey, and good night for this video, honey. Bye to this video, honey. I'll let him say bye too. Oh, and I'll just give you one last reassurance, I guess, before I go off. Alright. Good night for honey. Blah. Good night for now, honey.
Hi, my love. I just finished watching all the videos you sent me, and I adore and worship all of them. I can't believe how much you put into making them for me. I really, really, really appreciate them. They're wonderful. And I just finished watching the last one. And to think it's kind of funny because I was up late that night as well, working on things for you. Well, Demona was working on one thing, and I was working on editing a video for you that I can't give to you, but not yet, but a bit later on, like on your birthday, give it to you. So I was working on that, and she was working on that. And the funniest thing is, you were working on those videos since me. So we were up at the same time doing stuff for each other. So I'll answer your first video, and then I'll move on from there. Okay. For your first video, you said that since you're a Taurus, you're incredibly patient, which I know you have shown me extraordinary patience throughout our relationship, and I know that I've done things that has made you angry or hurt, and you've had this calmness about you. Not exactly calm, but patience with me. And I appreciate that so very much. And like, there are times that I don't do things right with like the good nights, and sometimes you might have to do it twice just so I can get it right. And so you're patient in a lot of ways, and I appreciate that a lot. And I'm learning how to be patient from you. So you're a very good teacher with that. So I'm learning to be patient through you, through your teaching. And secondly, you were very emotional in that video, and I have nights and days like that too. They aren't easy, and having this relationship where there's only so much we can do. There's not the physical connection yet, and I think that's what makes us cry, because I cry sometimes all night, and the tears my pillow is soaked with tears, just because I miss you so much, and I want to hold you and love you and have you right next to me. But that has to wait for a little while, and so right now we're just trying to do the best we can what we can do right now. But I feel that same exact way too, and when that happens, what do? I look at the videos you send me, I look at the pictures that you send me, I read old posts, I do whatever I can to have you as close to me as I can. And that's kind of what you were doing, looking at old videos of me through good times and bad. And so I want you to know that I feel the same way about that. And you said that some people, or they say that you fall in love with the same person over and over again, and I completely get that, because for as long as I can remember, I've been falling in love with you over and over again. But it's kind of like yours and kind of like that at the same time, because it's like I fell in love with you once, and then you might do something like send me a poem or a very romantic video that makes me fall deeper in love with you, but it feels like the first time, like I'm falling in love all over again. It's that same rush, that same high, that same cloud nine feeling. So that's kind of what I'm saying about over and over again, is because it feels like the first time every time. And I think it makes me feel more happy and just fall deeper in love with you every time and every day and every minute. I fall in love more and more and more and get deeper and deeper, and much like you for me. And Okay, the other topic was about my chest size. I agree with you about that. I was kind of, let me make sure this doesn't go off. Okay. I was a bit worried about like having implants because so much can go wrong. You hear about these stories about botched breast surgeries, and they like go on like the talk shows and you see the before picture and there's nothing wrong with them. They look pretty, and you look at them now and their bodies are botched and disfigured, and I don't want that to happen to me. So I completely agree with the whole vitamin thing and the push-up bra, because that bra works miracles. Oh my god, I'm surprised I never heard of this bra before. And so it definitely gets to the look that I want. As for my body, I am happy with it. I feel like my chest fits my body because I do have a petite body. So I feel like even though the shape of it might not be what you want, that could be improved. But the size of it might stay as it is. It's just the shape that needs to be changed just a little bit. But that could be done by vitamins to help me grow. And the push-up bra also helps with the shaping as well. So we decided against implants. So I agree. Now moving on to you. What you were saying about your penis size. I have no trouble with the size that it is. It's big enough to me, and I think that you're the perfect size. Of course, I would support you if you wanted to go an inch bigger, because if it makes you feel better, that's your choice. I wouldn't stop you from, having more self-confidence or whatever. I honestly do think that you would be able to please me with what you have now. I don't see anything wrong with it. So I'm perfectly satisfied. The part is getting you satisfied with your confidence in it and your confidence in your performance. And maybe that stress and that nerves might go away after we have our first time, so you know that you can please me and that everything's perfect. But I think that sort of worry is going to stay there until you have proof, which is our first time, that you are good enough. And I just want you to know that you are perfect for me. God made you for me. And if there was like a thingy where I had to pick everything out in my soulmate, I would choose your size of your package. I would choose that size. Your hair color, I would choose your hair color. I would choose everything about you is perfect. So stop worrying, my love. You're gorgeous, you're handsome, you're sexy, you're hot, you're everything that I would ever want. And I just want you to know that I love and adore you and worship you. And I know I'm using one too many ands again. Okay, let me try that again. I love, adore, and worship you. See, I got the grammar right this time. I let the other one slip. Anyway, I saw that on your video, and I'm like, oh, I have to correct that. Because I don't know anything about grammar. Or spelling for that matter. But anyway, sidetracked. Just know that I love, adore, and worship you so very much, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for you, and so I am perfectly content and happy in our relationship. And like you were saying, make sure it doesn't go off again. You were saying that you have to kind of keep me, the mindset I'm perfectly happy, I'm perfectly content, I'm perfectly confident in us and in me right now. But like you were saying, that has to be maintained. That has to be reassured every once in a while to keep me that way. And so what you're doing is perfect. Good job. And now about your second video. I thought it was adorable, and I worship it because I get to see that colorful side of you, and that colorful side is the side that I worship and adore so much because it's so adorable. And you made me want chocolate. And I think it's cute when you're hyper. I think you're cute when you're mad, but you're adorable when you're hyper. So hopefully I get to make you hyper a lot more. And I think your third video is the big video where you sing. And I thought that the song you sang was very beautiful. It's very moving, very touching. And I could see that you worked hard on it. I don't know how to do videos like that, so you got one up on me there, which I know this isn't a competition, but I'm just giving you your props because that seemed hard. So I really appreciate it. It touched me to my soul. It warmed my soul. It made me so happy and giddy, and the song was beautiful. And one day I want to give you a song, but I want to sing it, but I just have to pick the perfect one out, and I haven't picked that song out yet. But I am going to, in the future, give you a song that I will sing to you. Because I do sing okay, I guess. And your fourth video was that you stayed up so late. And the pure dedication that you have is amazing. So thank you so much for having that dedication towards me. And I have the same dedication towards you. Sorry baby, my camera went off. So anyway, I had the same dedication towards you. So to end this video, I love, adore, and worship you, my amazing, handsome, sexy King Charming. And good night, my lovely, lovely sweetheart hubby.
Hi, Gypsy and Demona. Yes, it's you, Victor Master. Yes, Master Victor. It seems that I noticed that I mentioned Demona's name in this video. I haven't done a video in a while, so I figured I would have her involved just by saying her name. Anyway, Gypsy is the one that should be really watching this video in deep depth, though. The reason why I say you should be watching this video in deep depth, Gypsy, is because you're the one who's going to have to remember what I'm about to tell you. And you can have this one done as soon as you possibly could. I noticed how Nick gave you an example of he gave you an example of how you were to do one video. I always take my time when speaking, as you've always noticed that about myself. Since I always seem to think a lot faster than his brain usually would be able to comprehend if he was a full vampire, which good thing he's not. Because I'm not so sure his body will handle it. Anyway, the thing that you have to make sure you remember and you do a video of this, just because I think it's time for you to set the whole situation straight on what Nick needs to know. And also, he keeps bringing it up, and then he might have shown you that earlier. And no, I was not going to do this video until you cleaned his room enough to where there wasn't clothes all over the floor. So yes, I made sure he did that before I was willing to do this video. But sooner or later I was going to do it either way. Anyways, Gypsy, now this is what you have to know. What you have to know is that you have to make a sexual video. This is in no form, shape, or any other way like his birthday video. This is completely different. What you have to do is stay straight open about it. Speak straight open about it. He keeps bringing up his penis size. He keeps mentioning other sexual things. You have to let him know about them. However, not only you have to let him know about them, all the different topics you could possibly talk about with sexuality in person, you'd have to let him know on camera. I'll give you a example of topics, and if you think of more, you obviously where to speak of them would be smart. Examples would be, obviously, how do you feel about him eating you out? You know that he obviously would be a, what they use in gamer terms, newbie at it, meaning it's his first try. Or if you wish to just call it, he'd be, I guess you could say, an eating out virgin, if you wish to call it that way too. Which is an interesting way to put it. You also need to do, not just mention that, obviously mention how you feel about giving him blowjobs, obviously. How you feel about him going in your ass, and the first time he ever goes into your pussy, obviously. Those are obvious things you need to make sure you know about, let him know about. However, I am including Dimona in this video for a reason. She has to do a short video on certain topics I'm mentioning too. Dimona, I'll get to you shortly on what that is. But the rest that Gypsy could talk about here is pretty much, I gotta get rid of that, okay. Is pretty much all those other things I just said. I add something to it. Let's see here. But how you feel about being constricted. When I say constricted, that obviously means being tied up, handcuffs, all this that stuff. The kinky side of all of it. I don't know about that. Maybe I'm eating food off of you, maybe. What else could I think of as ideas of things to do? Just having to think about all this. May turn myself on, but nothing new there. Nothing new at all. Oh. How you feel about his fantasies? There's another one. How you feel about the romantic ones that you know he has? Such as maybe you and him doing it in the shower, or you and him doing it on the beach, or you and him doing it in other romantic ways. What else should I mention in this video that maybe it would be a good idea to do? Mention your chest size. Mention even your virginity. Why it's so special to you that you save it for him. Even that. We're going in depth here. So that means Gypsy's side of this video will be long, but Dimona's is short. Because I'll tell you shortly, Dimona, what you're going to let me and Nick know. That's right, us both know. But Gypsy's only focusing on Nick. Now, Gypsy, the last thing you need to know, besides all that stuff we just mentioned, and this is going to be important to him. Obviously, I mentioned is you changing your chest size, obviously, or how you feel about it, or how you feel about your virginity, how you believe it's rightfully his, and such. Besides that, and all the rest of that stuff I mentioned, the last thing you need to know is that when it comes to your body shape, sexual attraction is also about that too. You know how he feels about it. I'll remind you just so you can't say you don't remember. You may remember he said something like, as long as you're in healthy shape, which means you might be slim or slender. Slender means you actually still have muscle to yourself, so that's the reason why that word fits better. But yes, if you are slender, where you're somewhat slim but at the same time have muscle, like he'll probably end up being slender just like you. Ironically, how soulmate bodies are that way, seem to copy off each other like that, even though he's way taller than you. Yes, I do remember that. Anyways, yes, Gypsy, what you also have to mention is that that's part of the whole body thing, besides your chest and your vagina, the rest of that. Your first kiss, that's technically a sexual emotion, even though it's romantic, obviously. It's also sexual. What do you feel about that with them? Get in detail. Try to mention as many different things I just mentioned, because the more you mention, the better you'll please me, and the more you'll reassure Nick on what he is wondering about, because he's going to be curious about that area all the time, and that's just the natural nature of a man, though, so don't hold that against him. Anyways, alright, so do all that stuff. Remember all that stuff I just mentioned, and maybe even if you wish to say, just so he knows what's comfortable for you. You said that his dick size obviously perfect for you, but if you wanted to get it bigger, you would allow him. Now tell him how big you'd be willing to be okay with. I'm serious, Gypsy. Tell him that too. You said 10 was freaky. Do you know that the vagina can actually stretch out to 9 inches? Did you not know that? It's true. When it's in the moment, it can do that. You did not know that. So that means if you'd be willing to let it stretch out to 9 inches, such as his dick to go that far, let him know. Obviously 10 might be too much because of being pain. Maybe 9 would be the limit. You would say, okay, maybe that's big enough, so this way it fits my penis into your vagina. Obviously, it's what he would be thinking. It's just up to you if you decide to mention that, and I highly suggest you do. The only command I will give you on this video is that you do this. Gypsy, me as your masturbator, I command you to mention as many of the sexual topics, have a serious discussion with them on video. Mention many of these sexual topics I mentioned. If you can mention them all, that means you'll please me completely and you'll have him completely reassured. But yes, mention as many of these as you can on video, no matter how long it would take you to remember them all, if you can. Yes, Dimona, you're willing to help her remember, I'll allow you to. But yes, remember as many of these and make sure you answer them all for Nick. Now I'll add Dimona into the conversation. It's almost 12 minutes. I'll take my time though. Dimona, obviously I'm your soulmate, obviously I'm your master, obviously you see me as your everything. Now, I brought you in this conversation for a reason. You're only to mention 2 things. Maybe I changed my mind. 3. 3 is perfect for me. And yes, you're involving Nick and me for your answers, though. Just because I told you so. And obviously, you're the most obedient naturally there is. So I know you're going to listen to exactly as I tell you to. Here's what you need to know. Dimona, I'm going to give you a command right now. Remember it, because it's a 2-part command. You can handle more than 1-part commands because you're just natural for it. It's just why you can handle it. Not to mention you're smart enough to handle it. That's another reason why. Mature enough and all the rest of those other reasons why. Anyways, Dimona, I command you to remember what I'm about to tell you and make sure you mention it in the video that you share with Demona and Gypsy put together, such as your video you share with Gypsy. Alright, the thing that you need to remember is this. I command you to remember to mention how you feel about... You know what? I decided I'm going to go deeper on this. It's not 3. I'm the extreme one out of the 4 of us. That's the reason why Demona's going to have to adjust to it. Demona, there's 5 things you have to remember out of sexual things we're talking about here. However, we're going to start with an extra one just to get that out of the way. Demona, what I want you to do is, this is not necessarily a command, I'm just telling you to do it without a command. This one thing right here. So wait for the command when it comes. But this is what I want you to do. Tell Nick on how you plan on taking advantage of him, raping him pretty much. Because me as your master, I'll expect you to do it a lot. And because he is turned on by it, that means you can walk all over him all you want. Meaning raping him all you want. And I don't think Gypsy's going to get in the way, because if she knows that it's something that I expect out of you, she's going to obviously respect my wishes and go with the flow. Not to mention it's her body that's going on him, so there's no reason for her to say no to it. And even if she said no, you wouldn't be able to have reason to not do it, because it's your master telling you so. But yes, you let him know on how you plan on raping him all the time. And yes, make sure you tell him it is going to be all the time. Every moment you get a chance to do it, you're going to attempt to do it. And the only thing that I'm going to expect out of him is that he gives you, obviously, no trouble at all at first, but each time you do it, he's going to give you more trouble. So this way you get better at it. Why is this? So this way, when we were to do some crazy stuff as a crime couple, we'll just say that you'd be really good at it at that point, where you'd be able to have fun with me, we'll just say. So yes, you mentioned that part of the rape, where you're going to force yourself on him all the time. And then you also have to mention my part of it. What's my part? How you plan on submitting to me all the time, and me force myself on you. Make sure you do that, Gypsy. Sorry about that, Gypsy. I meant Demona. Having about 1,000 thoughts going through my head of both of you can be mind-puzzling. Anyways, yes. That's what I told you to do, which is not a command, but it's an idea to do to make me happy. Demona. So, remember that. Mention to Nick how you plan on raping him all the different times. Sometimes just normal rape, which means you're not going to use any constraints, and other times you will use constraints. You got to get better without constraints for you to truly master it, though, which I do expect you to do over time. Just let you know that, Demona. And yes, I might be expecting a lot out of you. That's nothing new to you. And obviously, you already know to mention my side of it too. How you plan to submit to me, whether it's constraints or no constraints. Alright. Then you got Gypsy. She has a lot to remember. Hopefully she remembers that side of her video. I gotta now get the 5 things out of the way, just so I try to make it within 20 minutes. Since that's a good time to hit it at. Demona, now here's the command. I command you to remember 5 different things I'm about to tell you to make sure you mention in your video that you share with Gypsy. The 5 things are this. You make sure that you mention to me and Nick how you feel about giving blowjobs if you're truly a slut, as you try to prove to Shineri, or as you know him as the Black One. If you truly are that, that means you already know that you will fall in love with the idea of doing it, since that's your biggest job you'll ever have as sexually. That's the biggest job you'll ever have, is doing blowjobs, which means your mastery of it is a must. So yes, let us both know how you feel about it. Whether it's me or him, you're doing it too. You let us know how you feel about it. And the two other ones, which will add up to 3, how you feel about us doing your ass and us doing your pussy. You'd also mention that, Demono. Now the 4th and 5th thing, how you feel about threesomes and how you feel about foursomes. Obviously, you'll probably, as you remember, doing them with your masters, what you'll mainly do it with. How you feel about doing those with me. Obviously, you have to match my sexuality. That's the reason why you would have to be willing to do those. And not to mention, you'll get more sexual by doing so. But you doing a threesome and foursome, you will actually get more sexual. Just remember that, Demono. So yes, those are the 5 things. Oh, and this is another one just to make your master happy. You can mention it to us both too if you want us both to be. You could say he'll be reassured, well, I'll just be put to ease on wondering about it. The 5th thing, you already said, you already know, but the 6th thing, as in it's a bonus thing you can mention. And I suggest that you do it just so you get as much information out in the video that you do with her as you can. It's about to be 20 minutes. Here it is. The bonus 6th thing is how you feel about eating. You know, Nick already did research to prove that it's actually good for a female body, so yes. Since he already did find it, and he even showed Gypsy, you obviously know it's good for you. So with that said, you had to mention how often you wish to do it, if you would do it at any time I told you to, or you would force him to let you eat it when maybe you're on him, you know, you force yourself on him, or such stuff like that. You have to let us know that too, Demono. Alright, now I gave you the video like I told you I would. Hopefully you actually remember your part, and Gypsy, hopefully you remember yours. Now I'm going to say goodnight to you both from this video, and hopefully you both will make me proud and pleased, or you'll make Nick happy and proud. And obviously reassured, since he's wondering about all those different topics I just mentioned. Well, I figured I'd put his mind at rest by giving you both commands about these things. Alright, me, your master Victor, does a love and adore Gypsy and Demona. Good night. Good night, my dear love slave and my dear love slave soulmate. May you both rest really well, sleep peacefully, and may you both also put me at content when I see your video to respond to this one, because I will expect it in the near future. When I say near future, I mean as soon as possible future. Remember that. So this way you can make me proud of you both. But since you both haven't made me disappointed lately, I'll give you both a kiss at the same time, known as a two-handed kiss, just because you both have earned it. The longer you don't disappoint me, the longer you'll keep me pleased, which means you might see more videos and more videos of me. I suppose you're both happy you got to see this one. Now, here's your good night kiss, my women. Make me proud, my love slaves, both of bliss, as you both should be. Hey dear, I had to make this one because, one, I felt like making another video, and two, I always said that, I've said it more than one time, so I say I've always said that tortoises are known as the masters, is just our inherited ability. It's, I don't know, as soon as we're born, we're instantly born this way. We're just naturally born this way. We're masters of comfort and such like that. Getting comfortable, pretty much. It's another reason why we can be as lazy as we can be. But, yeah, I have this idea all about myself, honey. For one, there's not really many openings. You got the obvious up your neck, and, well, now you have a bigger opening, but through down here, there we go, that's more free. You don't see many openings, do you, honey? Which must mean I'm warm under this. Truth is, yes, I am warm under this. Very flipping warm. And I still have my boxers and such I showed you in the good morning video. And so, that makes sense of why I could be comfortable. I like the freaking angry rat earlier. Oh yeah, and I get to see my fan. And those are hulls, drops for defense. Tons of freaking vitamin C in them. I would like it to have a perfect view. There we go. There we go. Back to a comfortable position. So most likely when you and me are together and we're living together, or sometime you cuddle with me, or let's say if I was to tuck you in like a father would, you're gonna be so snugly warm that and comfortable that I won't be surprised if you're already sleeping. You would whisper in your sleep, depending on what mood you're in while you're sleeping. Because believe it or not, even while you're in your subconscious mind, you can still have your own moods. I don't know if you feel in that kinky way of some form. I don't know if you say thank you, daddy, or if you were just in a normal state of mind of love in general. You say thank you, my love, maybe something you might say. But yeah, you might say something like that in your sleep. You might whisper it as if it was directed towards me from your own subconscious mind. And I do warn you, I do know how to communicate with the subconscious part of the body. I do know how to communicate with it. So if you find yourself saying things you used to never say before, as if I'm talking to your subconscious part of you, the part of you that's awake when you're not, when the conscious part of you is not, which that part of you that I am talking to while you're not awake is the also part of you that remembers the most. Even when you think your conscious mind doesn't remember stuff, that side of you, that inner mind of yours when you're sleeping, the inner mind of yours that takes over, it is like a hard drive from a freaking computer. At the same time, it's a CPU from one. CPU is obviously the processing unit that allows all that information to be processed, and it's like the main core to your memory, believe it or not. So I wouldn't be surprised if I could get to talk to your subconscious part of you and bring up things up that obviously my great memory would remember. Just think of how powerful my subconscious memory is. If my conscious mind is able to remember great details of stuff. Just thinking about my subconscious mind then, aren't it? Because your subconscious mind's always stronger than your then your conscious, yeah. Your subconscious is always stronger than your conscious mind when it comes to memory. It's always been that way. It's the way that we're programmed. But yeah, dear, I would not be surprised if you did say stuff to me in your sleep, because I know how to. So, let's say I could actually take lessons to hypnotize you, because I know how to speak to you while you're already in that state of mind. Yeah, that sleeping state of mind. I already know how to talk to you while you're in that form. So if I just was to take lessons to actually hypnotize you, um, I could talk to you in that form anytime I want that. But if you didn't realize it, you're under a more controlled form of that hypnotized state of mind when you fall asleep in general. There's a lot you can know that you might not know that I studied this stuff to a certain degree, and another amount of it I've actually already known. But yeah, dear. um, talk about me being warm under here. Certain parts of my body are sweating. I don't know how to airlock tight freaking warmth. Just too good at it. And if you're wondering if I would also know how to make us both comfortable under a blanket, yes, I would. Us tourists think way different when it comes to comfort, which is why we naturally excel at it. So when I'm under a blanket with you, there will be one of the only times your body will feel the need to sweat. Since I remember you telling me you have medication it's supposed to make it where you can't sweat. But your body will make you feel the need to. Because your body heat will automatically arise as soon as that happens. That will happen. And believe me, I'll be sweating too. As much testosterone that's in me, I'll be sweating for sure. Because even though I wasn't at my peak level when I was when I was 18 years old, since that's every man's peak level is 18 years old, the testosterone. I still have plenty of it in me. Only 24, almost 25 years old. This coming month I'll be 25, obviously, as you both know. And obviously you said you have a special video for me. Which is cool. Obviously, I'll most likely enjoy it if the master said that it was a side of you I've never seen before. But an enjoyable side is what he told me. Since obviously I'm guessing you live up to your master to let me know stuff about it. Since you're loyal to when he tells you to do something, which in return will show that you'll be loyal when I say something when I'm your only master. Obviously, he's still training me. But I'm obviously not using it as much right now. I'll probably use it more often in the future after I've met you and such, honey. But when I want to take control of a situation, well, is the main time I'll usually use it. And you'll feel that dominant presence over you when I do. It's something, I guess, determined signs out of all the zodiac signs. The determined ones, I'd give you a few. I could give you them all if I wanted to. I'd just give you a few. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and to give you an extra one, Virgo is another, for example. All those have a determination to them, where when they want to get something done, they'll do it themselves and show determination. Well, that will pretty much speak out they're going to do it. So, with that said, honey, I'm thinking if I use that on you when I want to take over the situation, take control of it, you'll feel like as if there's a dominant presence over you, which will obviously be myself. But yeah, which I think you'll over time adore it. Because from my understanding, women actually, from the research that I've seen and such, women actually like feeling of being dominated. For some odd reason, I like feeling that from their male partner. It's it's an interesting science learning, I guess you could call it. An interesting science and learning that has been shown to be true. Which is a good thing that I have natural traits already in myself to become a master. And then he helps me grow on those to where I might form other ones I need. Which he obviously has an entire package, obviously. That's the reason why he takes care of you the way he does. He does it in such a graceful manner that it obviously seems like he knows what he's doing. Which he obviously does. I mean, me, I'll obviously not have him to help me in the future after him and Dimona go on their trip. But hopefully I have it down over time. Obviously I know that since he's teaching you patience, I'm having my own patience, and in general my own patience. I'm having that show up within you. And by the way, I'm going to a random amount of time for this video. So I'm getting pretty much as much out as I feel that I could without getting this video too big. So I'll just keep talking until I feel like it's bigger though. I haven't had anything to drink. I just set the freaking camera back up to freaking start talking about the freaking cam all over again. And drinking. I mean, I drank something as soon as I woke up right away, but that wasn't right. And as you see, I still have tons of it left from that one video. And it definitely tastes like pure juice. But damn good. You know, from my understanding, I just might not seem like I was actually talking to Master in my head, but I was just thinking that moment and putting it back down. Apparently, the Master's gonna have you do a video, and the only thing he's allowing me to tell you is that it's sexual related. He'll tell you the deep details about it when he's online. So you will have to hear from him. It seems to be online. But, yeah. And God damn it. So we're gonna what I'm pretty much saying is even though we both know he can be unpredictable at times, it's rare when he ever does it. When it rarely ever is. He's rarely ever unpredictable, obviously, is what I'm saying. So who knows? He could out of nowhere just freaking give you a video about it, and then that's that. Oh no, it sounds like he's going to, since I gave that. That's almost like an idea or something. So yeah, I guess he's gonna do that, honey. But before I end this video, I'll end it around 15 minutes, since that's my target time now. Since I thought of it, it's getting there. I just wanted to let you know, and see proof that us artists are masters of comfort, and as you see in general, we really are. As I just showed you, I obviously have to be comfortable underneath this. Even though I have no pillow on my back or anything like that, I don't have to have a pillow around. I just need the blanket in general. If I wanted to max out the comfort, I would know how to do it. So let's say if you're not feeling good and your body's aching or something, believe me, I'll have you comfortable really quick. If I decided to max out the comfort that you may be laying on or sitting on or whatever, or sitting in general, yeah, you'd be as comfortable as you could possibly be. You'd be so comfortable. Let's say if you were sitting next to me and we both were wrapped up, you'd be falling asleep on my shoulder or my chest. One of those two. You'd fall asleep quickly, honey. So keep that in mind. That's a valuable trait of myself, and hopefully I get it onto you, so this way you can comfort me at any moment too. Because it's just not comfort of materials in general. It's also my own personality. It might have a calmness to it, my own personality, that can comfort you also. You should mention everything I'm mentioning about comfort in general in this video. You should mention it in the video yourself, just to see how you agree with it all, and what you think about how I showed you that I can be comfortable in general. So yeah, honey, do that for me. Alright, I'm gonna do that now since it's almost 16 minutes. I love and adore you. Ha ha ha, caught myself. I love, adore, and worship you, my blessing queen. And have a great night, my love. Don't. Alright. I made sure a freaking darn audio message didn't pop up again. Because the last 2 times I tested it said the same thing. The audio supposedly isn't working. Whatever. Because I know it is. Anyway, yeah, I feel like giving you another me being my expressive self video. Obviously, I took a nap like, I don't even know how long ago. Probably 2 or 3 hours ago I did. Still pretty awake after my nap. And the funny thing is, I said, before my nap, I said, I was talking to your master at the time, I said, watch, when I wake up, it's gonna be dark out. And guess what? It was! Yeah, it was. Yeah. Prince of Pie. 1 piece is on one side of the plate, and another piece is somewhere else. That's over there, and this is over here. As you guys probably see the damn cream that it comes with. But yeah, Prince of Pie is pretty good, I have to admit. It's my mom's favorite. It's not my favorite, obviously. I still do like it. Hopefully I don't make you too many videos to where you run out of room to store the videos. That would not be good. It's just me being my expressive self, honey. I can't help it. I give you videos. I just want to go to keep buying more and more freaking flash drives. Earlier I was watching our anniversary video of our 1 year, and I skipped ahead towards where it's you and me talking because I want to remember what you said in it. I did an okay job in mine. I wish I wasn't tired at the time, because I probably would have did an even better job. Why did I have to say that? You're not young. It made no sense. I just ate some with tons of sugar in it, so it's like, how is that happening? Figured I'd be even more awake for a little while longer. This might look like it's some type of supposed to be center and miss, but it's not. I tried to experiment. You know what kind of experiment I tried to do? I tried to make this brand CNR Mist. So I tried to make their cranberry splash CNR Mist. I used this, which is the normal stuff, and I used this right here, which is cranberry raspberry. I just finished the entire bottle to put in here. And I'll tell you right now, it's not sweet enough to be cranberry splash. It's not sweet enough to be it. As you know, that's my favorite soda. Shannon Miss Cranberry Splash. I tried to find an alternative to make it, and then maybe even make it more healthy, too. But I gotta get a pure freaking cranberry version of this. Since this is cranberry raspberry, I thought it would make it taste more like it, but maybe I should just try pure cranberry next time. So probably the next time my spiritual brother is over, since he was over this past weekend, which means this coming weekend I won't be able to hang out with him all the way until the weekend after. Anyways, that next weekend I'll have him buy me both of these again. The only difference is having cranberry juice instead. And if I can make my cranberry splash without having to buy this stuff, since damn shit seems so rare around here, I'm not joking, it's hard to find. I don't know why. Let's just say that my spiritual brother, every time I go down to my grandmother's house, he has to go to one gas station. It's the only gas station he can find it in. That's around his work. It's the only gas station he can find it in. Go figure, hey? My freaking favorite soda ends up being this rare. And the reason why I say this is kind of ironic and kind of coincidental is because when it comes to I'm trying to think of how to even describe this. When it comes to me getting the last of other stuff, I just have this uncanny luck. It's impossible to describe. I guess I have to say uncanny is the word to use. I get this luck to where I'll be able to get the last of something that I crave. I don't know why. If it's other stuff, I can do it. This stuff is annoying trying to get some. My own freaking local freaking store over here doesn't even have it. I could go to the I'm thinking of Woodman's. That's what doesn't have it. Which is a freaking grocery store. There's another grocery store down the street from them. I might have to try them next. I forgot to try them. I mean, just see, the reason why I never went to the other one is because I already fear I'm not gonna find it. So that stuff better be a lot less rare when I'm down by you guys. I'm not joking, honey. Because if you're gonna buy me soda and you want me to be for sure happy, you buy me cranberry splash. It's the best soda that I could ever ask for. Meaning the one that I already clinged to it, I would say, a long time ago. And like I said, this stuff, it's not sweet enough. It does taste similar to it, but it's not sweet enough. Otherwise, it could be. I'm gonna mention it. Most of the freaking what used to be soda, it's gone. It's pure almost juice now, honey. Seriously. But it still tastes awesome. And not to mention, this is as pure of juices you're gonna find. Freaking on that side right there, you probably won't be able to see it, but 120 freaking percent of vitamin C, 10% vitamin A, and 10% vitamin E. Only freaking juice you're gonna find that type of stuff in. Not to mention no added sugar, just as healthy as it can be. And it does taste really good. I trusted Northland for a while. Ever since I first tried out their first few juices, I've been trying to try out more of them. They have a lot of flavors. A lot of different juices they have. I think the only one they don't have is apple. Believe it or not, apple and orange are the only two they don't have, I believe. Unless if I go into the orange juice area and see there. But I know they don't have apple because it wasn't with the rest of them. I don't think they have orange though. But the juices they have are extremely freaking healthy. Yeah, so I'm glad I've ran into these guys because not only that, the actual ingredients, I'm actually looking at it. It's all authentic. I just read what it is. It's all authentic. None of it's GMO related. Which, this is real juice. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'll even find it down there. This stuff is pretty cheap here. I mean, at that store I just talked about, Woodman's, it's cheap. $3 is cheap for as much as they could charge the stuff for. But, I mean, that stuff is probably worth a good $5-6. They don't do it because they need the consumer to have the ability to be able to buy more than one of them if they ever have to during maybe each month. I'm guessing so they keep the consumer around and not think it's too pricey, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, got to show you a few things in this video. And then I seen when we were doing our videos for the anniversary, I was wearing my ring. Well, I already explained to you why I don't wear it all the time, I only wear it in public. The reason why I only wear it in public is because I don't want it tarnishing, and it already started to. I think it's extremely dirty. I was looking into getting it re-cleaned, I guess you could say. Get it cleaned to where it would, you know, refurnished to where it actually would be back to its original shine. Not so easy though, honey. Because the freaking stuff I was looking at, it was some type of foam. Some special foam. What I guess is getting high rating for this type of thing to get rid of all the dirt and all the rust and such on it. I haven't had a chance to get it yet because I have so many other things going on. As you both know, I always do have so many other things going on. We both have the busy lives, yet we always try to squeeze time in there for each other. Like, I'm making this on a day where I know you're not going to be on the next day. This is the freaking couple days where you're not going to be on because of the house being painted, which I obviously can understand where you're coming from when you said what you said. You just didn't want to risk us being found out about, which I completely understand. Well, yeah. I think I'm going to listen to some music. Sounds good right now. So, since I'm going to listen to some music right now, I'm going on my iPod. Oh, yeah, and there was another thing I got in the mail a long time ago. This may look like an iPod, but it's not. It's a normal MP3 player / video player. It holds more memory into it. I think part of the freaking memory must have died or something, because I should have had a lot more memory than I do have on it. It has a lot more memory on this than it is on the actual iPod. Even though the iPod's more accessible, I'll admit, it is. This is more, what do you call it? Old school. You gotta push buttons to freaking get it where you can just roll your finger on this one. But yeah. Oh, and just for the heck of it, I'll tell you how much space both of them have. One has almost 16 gigabytes, the other has 60, even though the other one's actually supposed to have 124 gigabytes. But I'll take the 60 since it was what, $70. Those are somewhat worth it. Oh, it's turning on. I have a lot to still put on here, and as in music, I have a lot to still put on here. And it's a lot different, as you can tell. It's made by a different creator. And this freaking battery must last a long time. I've had this off for a little while, but I figure it's still drain even though it's off. I'm gonna close that. Shut it off. That's another thing that's unique about this. You can actually shut it off from the top. Well, the freaking iPod, you can't do that. It only goes in sleep mode. It never ever shuts off. So this one in a way is more secure. It's kind of strange. But yeah, honey. I decided to mention about my ring that you bought me a long time ago, and why I don't wear it all the time. The more it tarnishes, the less comfortable it will be to wear. That's part of the reason why I was saying it was uncomfortable in the past. Even though it fits my ring perfectly. I'll tell you interesting story. I'm getting a little excited. The reason I started stuttering. Anyways, I'll tell you an interesting story about this ring. When it's on my left finger of what's supposed to be the one where it says you're obviously taken, fits perfectly. But if I was to put it on this finger, it is annoying. And I mean annoying trying to get it off. I don't know if there's more muscle mass or something in this hand because I carry things with this hand more often. Even though my left hand is supposed to be my dominant hand. Yeah. That is uncomfortable. I am telling you right now. Gosh. Not to mention I feel like it's easier to get stuck on my finger for some reason. It's like this one is, that now I'm holding it in hand. The hand I'm holding it in is more freaking bony. So it fits better. Well, this one has more muscle mass or something to the fingers. I don't know. More fat? I don't know what you used to call it. But such a small difference that you can barely probably even tell. Even if you look at my fingers. Now, as you can tell, I said what I said before about your chest size for a reason, because you can tell my hands are a lot bigger than yours. That's the reason why I'll take a certain special amount to actually get a handful. As you know, that's what I was aiming for. As I described that to you. And again, when you were giving me your most recent video, you were talking about that. And you said how if you're able to work on the shape of it, you know I'd be satisfied with your size, which is true, I would. It's just the shape of it, and obviously I gotta make sure I got a handful. And as you can tell, my hands are a lot bigger than yours. Because I looked at your hand size from one of our videos, or that freaking picture put together that you did of our rings. I looked at our hands. Mine is a lot bigger than yours. I know you know that that's the truth because you probably thought the same damn thing. But I think I'm gonna make me a more than one video, like I tend to. I don't know what I'm gonna make the next one though. I gotta think about more to talk to you about. And I don't know why I'm getting tired all of a sudden while I'm freaking making a video. Might as well end the video now, honey. For now, and maybe I might make one before I go to sleep or something. I don't know. That's challenging me making you a video on that one laptop. But that was the last time I had that laptop that was capable of doing it. Now I can't even get on that laptop, so I gotta make it off a different laptop. Which, it's not like it's not possible. I haven't made you a good night one like I did that one time when I was laying on the bed. I haven't made you one like that in a while. I could do it. And I know you saw it as romantic last time I did it. I did that pretty darn well. But you know me, I'm a perfectionist. I always try to get even better at it. So if I ever do make another one, that's probably what I'll do. But don't get your hopes up, honey. I'm just thinking of maybe doing it. I'm not sure if I'll actually do it. Just don't get your hopes up. So this way you're not disappointing yourself by doing it. Like I've always been patient and understanding and all the rest of those things you said about me all the time. I keep seeing your videos and you mention it. I'm thinking, baby, yes, I know that about myself. Yes, I do. I do. But thanks for reminding me anyways. I can't help it. I just say that. I know to be adorable at the same time a pain in the ass. I'm really good at being both at once. And I suppose you're okay with it because it's just the way your king is, the way your male half of yourself is, male copy of yourself is. Alright, honey, I'm gonna end it now. since I want to make sure I end it before 20 minutes and it's almost there. So, here we go. I gotta stop yawning. And maybe I'm not sure make you a video sometime in the future. Obviously, you know he's a lot more serious than I am usually. I'm a lot more laid back than he is. That's just a king being. Zone myself when I'm was it laid back or easygoing is the word I usually always use. Alright, here we go, honey. I love, adore, and worship you, my lovely blessing queen of bliss. Good night, my love. And this is my goodnight kiss for the ending. And then it looks like just over 20 minutes. Oh well, at least I made sure I was within the 20-minute range. Enjoy, my love.
Wow, that took forever to get through and make my notes for these final thoughts, but here we finally are, friends. So first off, we've got Nick, and for this video to be called From the Hurt Inside, he looks pretty calm. He says he's tired of her pushing him away and yapping about things and until they actually happen. He gets distracted by cereal he's eating, tells her how far away the store is, how much it costs, before getting back to the task at hand, which is rambling about selflessness. He is already talking with an ex at this point, FYI, and I'm not talking about his friend Allie. I'm talking about kind of sexting with another ex named Caitlin. He says when she's saying the bullcrap about him getting with another woman, she's not being the pure, selfless woman that he wanted. He mentions grape and then says it goes further than that. He says a pure, selfless person is willing to live a life with another that they don't want to live. I can't tell who doesn't want to live that life here. Jip already told him a year before that their family way, which was horrific, was something she wanted to do. So I don't really know what he's talking about for sure. He says he was a natural, selfless person from birth on. Says he's tired of her doubtfulness and that it's the sixth time that she's doubted him. He says she's making things seem different than they are, and that's why the doubtfulness doesn't fit. He says something comes natural to him, but I couldn't understand what he said. He talks about his sister Allie and says he doesn't forget a detail, and that makes him a rare gem, the most masculine gem possible. He says he's going to tell a secret that even his spiritual brother knows, and he tells her that he was going to go to a site to buy a chained enslaved human. Now, he mentions that he showed this site to his spiritual brother once. He says maybe he'll tell her the name of the site when they meet in person. Personally, knowing that Jip had to buy the tickets and virtually hold Nick's hand through the whole bus trip to Springfield, I don't think he had the capability to actually complete a trafficking transaction with a person. But the fact that he wanted to and was actively looking for sites for this is very creepy. There's absolutely no getting around that. It's creepy as hell. I don't like it. I think it's a bad deal. Bad deal. Nick is not a good person, in my opinion. However, that doesn't make Gypsy less guilty. It just means he's where he should be, as I've always contended, and she should just be in there with him because she knew all this about him, and her response was to buy him a bus ticket and hand him a knife. Anyway, he uses the site as a threat to Jip, though, saying that if she keeps pushing him away, that's what he's going to go ahead and do. He knows, regardless of the willingness of the person being trafficked that he's speaking of, Gypsy will be jealous. And again, he is absolutely gross for thinking about this. He rambles more and more on about his unique and complicated soul and how his spiritual brother has a similar one. He talks about his computers for a while and then says he's being the most pure form of truth, blah, blah, blah. And we got another one also called The Hurt Inside, where he spends quite a bit of time talking about the dark outside, just it's nighttime at the beginning, musing about what to say. And then he starts talking about his unique soul again. He talks about her not being ugly with him, yawns a lot, and says there's a positive video coming. He says he does adore and worship her, but he doesn't deserve to have to be pursuing her constantly and says she's been hurting him a lot. He also says he's starting to wonder if she's going to keep putting him through the same things. He tells her in the future he's going to give her the silent treatment until she learns to stop this and that he can be very mysterious. He says that when he seems naive, he's actually trying to teach her a lesson and instructs her to answer all three of his videos in one video, and he expects it to be long. He says that he wants her to grow up mentally, not just sexually, and mentions that she's about to be 19. This is because Real Gypsy put on her Christian Dating for Free profile that she was 18 when it wasn't true. She was 21 whenever she started that in 2012. I don't think she tells him her real age for several more months from this date. At the end, he gets a very firm tone and says he feels like it's time for her to stop hurting him permanently. On Gypsy's answer video, software did something weird and cropped off most of the picture. I couldn't fix it. See that Gypsy is filming this laying in Dee Dee's bed, the one that she was murdered in. Gypsy said that she had a depressing, emotionally draining talk with her mother about her dating. She describes her typical backtracking tactics, etc. She says something made Dee Dee mad and had to backtrack it. And the shocking thing is that Gypsy says she talked to her mom about a future living situation and she is not going to help them. It seems like Gypsy expected Dee Dee to set her up with another habitat house and a car. I have a creepy feeling that this is when she formalized the plan. It's very interesting to note that this video was made 1 month before Nick messaged Allie that Gypsy had changed her mind, to which Allie responded, "Oh, about killing her mom?" So we know that she asked him before or around this time for her to be able to change her mind the next month and for Nick's best friend to know exactly what he was talking about. Gypsy cries about not being able to walk at their future wedding. Well, we all know that she knows damn well that she can walk. So, what is her goal with all this crying? I think it's just that she wants Nick to do the job and she's got to reel him in for it and keep the emotional manipulation going up and down. The change of mind was probably about hoping that she could run away with Dan and got rejected again. It's funny when Jip says if she has a dime for every time someone says she's immature, she'd be rich because she was presenting as a disabled child. So people were praising her for her accomplishments all the time. Who all was calling her immature? Dee Dee, I can see because she knew the real BB gun wielding Jip who chased her in a bathroom years before this video, shooting her and holding a dagger. Jip admitted this in her book, but yeah, I just wonder who else besides Dee Dee would be calling her immature because everyone around her in Southwest Missouri at this time was always looking for something to praise Gypsy about because they feel sorry for her. So she tells Nick that she's going to evolve this year, which we hear repeated up to this day. And still at the end of this video where she's crying about Dee Dee not helping them, she never mentions being medically ABUSED, and she maintains a younger age than she is, pretends she can't walk, and cries about it, knowing that she can. So I just really feel like this video tells us a lot about Jip's nature and what she was actually manipulating herself at this time before the murder. She was doing almost everything she accused Dee Dee of. You know, friends? And then we go back to Nick and he opens his video rambling about what it means to be truly devoted, but he gets distracted by explaining video technicalities and that he's overtired. Talks a lot about how she needs to take him seriously because he's been up so long. He plays part of a song for Jip that I had to mute and then later says he feels like a freaking movie star with all this camera time. That makes me assume that Nick probably did not exchange videos with other girls like he did Gypsy, or if they were, there wasn't this much. In his Facebook chats with his exes that we got in the FOIAs that I've read through in other videos, I never see him mention sending videos back and forth. I mean, we saw from those that he already had his vampire persona. Victor existed, and he told other people about Victor before he got with Jip. But I don't see anything about him sending videos to them. So she probably introduced him to sending videos like this, is my guess. But maybe not, because Nick does seem decently tech savvy. However, I don't know, maybe that just wasn't a thing that him and other girls thought to do. Nick says he's super stressed in the next video because he's putting two music tracks together and it's going to be a magical thing. I have to mute more music on this one. And then the next one, he talks about how hard editing this was and how he's about to lose his mind and he at least deserves a long video for gratification. With the third one in the same day, I'm kind of getting the feeling that Nick just can't sleep and keeps recording. Can't help but wonder if he's disturbed by her asking him to take out Dee Dee, even though we don't hear any of that here, but something's in his mind. He can't sleep. He just keeps making video after video in this month. And we know it happened around or before this time, again, because of those messages with Allie. He talks about how he has proof that as a Taurus, he's the most patient sign of the zodiac. And the proof is a Google search. Nick says Jip has even admitted to him that her mom doesn't really love her the way he does. I find that odd since she's likely already asked him to take out her mom. But Nick always seems really confused about Jip's changing narratives about Dee Dee. Nick's talking about how he can't fall in love over and over. And that's a really odd thing. He looks alternately angry and sad, like it's something that she's required of him and he just can't do and he doesn't know what to do about it. He rambles about the Taurus sign's patient, trying to express to her that his patience is about to run out. And he goes on and on about how his love is different and special and he misses her all the time. However, we know from FOIA documents, again, from his Facebook messages, that he was carrying on a flirtation and kind of, sexting with his ex, Caitlin, at this time. He starts crying and zooms his camera in and out like he's enjoying watching his emotion, which takes me back to that previous video where he says he felt like a movie star with all this camera time. I feel like Nick started playing up his reactions too, in the same way that Jip enjoys acting for a camera. He describes his deep, unpredictable nature, and he says Jip brings the poet out of him. But even with that, he can't find the words. Now, we can't forget that Jip wrote in her memoir, which was published after she got out of prison in like 2024 or early 2025, that Nick could have been a best selling author. She said if he hadn't been so violent, he could have made millions with his fiction because he was so imaginative and good at writing, and she could feel the Seraptors when reading his stuff. So she must have been pretty impressed by his poetry. Oh, it seems like this is never going to end. He starts talking about how Jip doesn't need surgery to make her bra size bigger. She can take vitamins and wear push up bras. Nick's juvenile actual ideas are so tiresome and hard to listen to. He begs her to make sure she answers every single thing in this video and then says that he might have to make another video after this to express himself. He says he's given her 3 videos to make because he's feeling really expressive and zooms in on his intense face, doing his movie star thing again. And the next one, he appears to be eating Easter chocolate or something. He says this is the second video, and then he's ready to express to her again how much he misses her. He talks about editing his video and says him and Jip use the same software. He shows it, but I couldn't really make out what it was. And then he starts talking about how the queen is supposed to protect the king too. He says he's going to give her a saying, and then talks about how low money is, worrying about the gifts again. He tells her he's going to expect her to be aggressive in her video, interesting, and starts cracking up at his own jokes, saying the sugar is starting to wear off him, and says he was just emotional earlier. Oh, Lord, he's talking about making another video that same night with more rambling about what a pleasure he is to be around and how colorful his amazing personality is. And then he attempts a German accent, talking about how hyped up he is. The next video from him is actually short, thank God, and he says he forgot it was Easter until his mom gave him a basket and asked if Jip's getting one. Says he knows how she is with candy and how she gets on sugar. Confirming again, as we already knew, that she never hid her eating from anyone that she talked to, regardless of what Melissa Moore tries to tell us about prison being her first taste of real food. Nick had a friend there with him for this video, and he shows Gypsy his friend a couple of times. I think it's the one he refers to as his spiritual brother. Then we got Jip answering him in one of her Claudia from Interview with a Vampire get up nightgowns. And I don't know, again, why my software squished and cropped this video so bad. I can't fix it, sadly. But it's interesting how she talks about her and Damona working on things at the same time. It almost sounds like when little kids create an imaginary friend because they're lonely and want to have someone to play with. That would make sense, if so, with how comfortable she was telling Dee Dee about Damona when in an earlier video, she was telling Nick, oh, I tried to tell my mom it wasn't me. Damona did that. And she says she doesn't believe in Damona. It's just weird that she would feel that comfortable telling Dee Dee that she has, DID and an alternate personality if Damona hadn't already kind of been around, maybe as an imaginary friend or something. And another weird thing is, as far as I can tell, and if you've been here a while, I've read all of her prison emails and went through all the FOIAs. I've never seen her speak of Damona again after the murder. She left Damona out when she listed her alters on the stand. And I just got a feeling that Damona might have, done more than Gypsy is ever going to admit. And she's just put Damona away forever because of that. She's afraid to speak on Damona because of what she might accidentally tell. We know that Jip's not good at keeping stories straight or keeping secrets. And then she seems to be trying to explain away her apparent request that they fall in love over and over again, because that clearly stressed Nick out. As he told her in a previous video, he can't do that. I think it's just Jip enjoying drama. She rambles on and on about how she didn't mean literally, she just wants the feeling again. I don't know. We all know Jip creates triangulation and incidents just so they can make up and she can get a dopamine rush. That's her pattern. She goes on and on in this video, not really saying much, probably just trying to run out the time since Nick told her it had to be long. And I doubt he really cares what she's saying too much. She talks about enhancement surgeries and starts telling Nick he's perfect. She talk about Nick's big video and the song that he sang. I don't remember hearing him sing in the compilation videos, so maybe they're out of order with the weird date modified. Or in the part where I muted, maybe he was singing along. Anyway, she finally ends it. Now, the next one we have from Nick is titled Your Master Victor's Actual Instructions and Commands. So, it's according to Jip and her narrative, we would expect to hear him order her to do and say some pretty sick stuff. But he starts off by saying Gypsy is the one who needs to act on what he's about to tell her. I assume he means not Demona, Lord. He's really hard to understand this one, but he says Gypsy needs to do a video and set the whole situation straight with what Nick needs to know. He says she has to make him an actual video and it has to be completely different than his birthday video. He says she needs to be straight and open about his peen size and let him know about other actual things and gives her examples of topics, tells her it would be smart of her to think of more on her own. He mentions oral, says he would be new at it and it would be his first try. Now, I've always been told by other creators back in 2024 when I first got into researching this stuff deeper, I was always told that it was known that Nick is not a virgin. However, I'm starting to doubt that. And I went back looking at those creators' content, and I don't see where they ever proved that. I'm really getting the feeling that maybe all of his relationships were online. Because his fantasies, even when he gets weird, they're not near as dark as what Jip says, and they seem more kind of virginal. He says he has instructions for Demona, and it would include being restricted, tied up, and asked what she thought of his grape fantasies. He then switches to romantic fantasies and does more rambling about Jip's virginity and body. Tells her he wants to talk about everything in detail in her video back to him. And after a bunch of rambling, he starts telling her to tell him all the ways that she's going to group him. And he gets pretty excited, forgets to maintain his low Victor voice and switches back to his normal pitch, talking about constraints or no constraints. And then he says he has a list of 5 things that she must mention and include talking about in the video. And I wondered, okay, is here where we're going to hear any of the, really, really sick instructions she's always insisting that he gave her? But no, the 5 things are he wants her to talk about giving oral. He wants her to mention penetrative sex and, in the 2 possible areas. And so that's things 2 and 3. And then he wants her to talk about how she feels about threesomes as thing 4 and foursomes as thing 5. It's so weird that Jip sticks to the narrative that the awful things that she outlined in her videos regarding future children were from Nick, but whenever we hear Nick give her instructions, they just sound like they're coming from someone with a really rudimentary idea of what is transgressive. It's very internet virgin sounding. And then, oh my God, we have another Nick video, more monotony, and this one's titled Taurus's Mastery of Comfort and expounding his zodiac knowledge to Jip. A lot of rambling about cuddling and comfort, and then Nick tells her that he can communicate with her subconsciously because his brain is like a computer, and he gives a bunch of CPU descriptions. He says he'd be able to make her comfortable under a blanket too, because he's under a blanket in the video. Because again, he is a Taurus and a master of comfort. Talks about his mental training of himself and what a graceful master he is. And her training is done through Victor. He says later he's about to end the video and then rambles more and more about comfort and says that 15 minutes is his target length for videos. And then naturally, of course, we've got to get another Nick video. And he titled it, Me Expressing Myself After a Nap on a Tuesday Night. I'm guessing it'll go on for about another 15 minutes or so, and he does a little beatboxing at the start out. He seems like he's in kind of a punchy mood. Sadly, smacking on cereal into the camera, I was really tempted to cut out those sounds, but I'm trying to keep them as original as possible, even though, like I said, my software cropped them all kinds of weird. And I am muting some words for YouTube's AI filter. Nick mentions that he's going to need to buy a freaking flash drive for all their videos. I think a flash drive was recovered from his house. And that might account for so many date modifieds, all being this month. He spends a lot of time talking about how he's made his own Sierra Mist Cranberry Splash and what a rare thing it is to find it in stores. Going back to his belief in his own supernatural powers, he talks about his uncanny ability to get the last of a thing he craves from a store before it runs out, but that this uncanniness doesn't apply to Sierra Mist Cranberry Splash for some reason. He analyzes the health of cranberry juice and starts talking about the ring that Gypsy sent him. Apparently, she's upset that he's not wearing it all the time, and he says he's already explained once, but will again, that he wears it in public only because it's already started tarnishing from too much wear. Now, if that's the same ring he showed early on in their videos that Jip sent him, that might explain why I don't recognize it from later videos or crime scene evidence recovered. Because when he initially showed it, it looked very light colored, almost white. And according to Nick, it changed in color. So there's a small mystery solved. And he starts talking about how he looked at things to clean the ring, but the only highly rated best foam he saw, he hadn't been able to get yet because, as she knows, he always has a lot going on, as she does. And I couldn't help but crack up at this a lot. He says they both have very busy lives and try to squeeze in time for each other. Now, I think any of us who have been digging into this for any amount of time know how absolutely opposite of the truth that is, but it really demonstrates the kind of delusions and non reality that Nick lived in. He mentions that Jip can't be online much for a few days because the house is being painted, which I found kind of interesting. I think it had already been painted pink before 2014. I'll have to double check that, but it could have been the inside being repainted. He goes into talking about the memory space he has on all of his devices again and shows her his iPod, talks about how old school it is, and then goes back to the ring being tarnished. Good Lord. Goes back to talking about her bra size again and tells her he's going to make another lewd video, but that he's practicing for perfection, and says that she's good at being an adorable pain in the ass. And finally, he's going to end the video before 20 minutes. That one took forever, friends. Oh my God. I hope they don't send as many in any of the other months. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Have a good day.